The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
As daylight breaks, creeping through the shadows, an unstoppable force lays in wait, ready to strike.
Oh my God! Oh, Jesus, Jimmy.
I get scared.
I'm scared. Oh, holy mother of God. Oh, boy. Please don't. God damn it. What? Oh, it stinks so bad. Oh my God. This is killing me. You're killing me. Uh-oh. Just fart so we can start the bit. Oh, my God. Shut up. I'm scum because I'm a shapely European blonde.
Anthony. Jesus, we are just whores. James Norton.
Look at this face. How do you not love it and want to kiss it?
You rock.
Sex Bagel here on the radio with you.
Sex Bagel.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
And Sex Bagel gets hit with poker chips.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Danger, danger. What you're about to hear is just not right.
Stupid dramatic music.
It's very dramatic. Hi. Hello. Greetings. Another weekend. Much too short.
Yeah. Well, we had a nice party out there in Huntington, huh?
That's why it was too short. Went out and partied like Saturday night, and then you just kind of unconscious on Sunday, and then before you know it, it's Monday at 4 o'clock in the morning and time to get up.
Yeah.
Some weekends you could really drag out for a long time if you just stay up. You just like sleep maybe 3 hours on Friday night, Saturday night, and then Sunday you stay up, and it's like, wow, that was a long weekend. But if you hang out on Saturday night and you have a good time, and then you get home, and Sunday you finally wake up, you look at the clock, and it's like 2 in the afternoon.
You're like, damn, I got to go to bed soon to get up to do the morning show.
It's over. You had half a weekend.
We really had a great time at F.H. Riley's. My brother's joint out there in Huntington Village, 400 New York Avenue.
The place was packed.
I own it too, but I'm like a silent partner. But, yeah, I want to thank everyone that went out there. It was great. We had a lot of fun. Our listeners, a lot of comments coming in about our listeners that we could pack out a joint like we did Saturday, drink our faces off, and there was not one problem. Not one problem. People were amazed by that. Usually alcohol and a lot of people don't mix, but for some reason with our listeners, there's never a problem.
Well, if one of our listeners tried to throw a punch, they'd be winded for about a half hour, so it's not like... See, these people, it wasn't so much that it was packed out. I think there were 25 people in the whole place, but you couldn't move.
It is a smaller place.
No, I mean, we have bigger people.
Oh, yeah, well. Oh, okay. Good point. But, yeah, I want to thank everyone that made it to F.H. Riley's. A lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces.
New faces.
It was kind of cool to talk to some of the new faces.
Yeah.
So thanks again. It was a huge success, and we're getting closer to maybe putting French doors in.
Oh, the French doors. I keep hearing about the French doors. Very excited.
We got to make a few more bucks.
A couple more bucks and you get those French doors.
Yeah, go there this week and have a meal, will ya? We want French doors.
Where are you putting them?
Near the big window there.
Oh.
So the whole front will be wide open.
Oh, I gotcha.
It won't look as much like a bar, because my brother wants to be known as a restaurant. I mean, his food is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
The bar is kind of secondary, excuse me. Anyway, enough of that. But I just want to thank everyone that made it out there. It was a lot of fun for everybody. It was a fine St. Patty's Day party.
Finally?
No, I don't sing.
Come on.
Nah. My brother sang some
crazy
tune. He might sing it this week over at XM. There are so many curses in it.
Oh, I know.
He takes on all our enemies in a song.
In song. In song. It's wonderful.
All right. Our phone number is 1-866-313-FREE. That's 1-866-313-FREE. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. And right off the bat, a lot of phone calls coming in. Let's say hi to Jim in Pittsburgh. Jim, what's going on?
Hey, you know how you guys are doing that radio bit all week for the past month or whatever?
What, where we're taking other shows and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.7 in Pittsburgh. JR, Kate, and Bubba. They're absolutely terrible.
JR, Kate, and Bubba?
JR, Kate, and that's 3 people?
Yeah. Total douchebags. Total.
But it sounds like every other show we've made fun of in the last month.
Pretty much.
What makes them a little different that maybe we would pay attention to them this week?
Well, a couple weeks ago they had this thing on, and it really, you know, when you guys go to commercial, I switch over because I hate the commercials. It was really cold, and they're having a big bet on, the forecasters are always wrong. So on Monday, if it's below 20 degrees, one of the idiots has to sit outside and broadcast till it gets about 20 degrees.
They just have to go
below. It's 5 below, and he's all of a sudden sick. He can't come in.
So
I was like, you're a bunch of douchebags.
Wait, the whole bit is if it drops below 20 degrees, they have to broadcast from outside, and what does that do? That gives you a lot of breaks where the guy's just like, oh, it's cold out here. Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. It was terribly stupid.
Great.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
All right, we'll take a look. I don't know. We were thinking of resting that bit this week, but maybe if this one is a good one, we'll go there.
Wait, is Bubba the crazy one?
Yeah.
Well, you
The
have
one
to
who
be.
makes all the insane statements and all. It's just stupid.
Right. And then the stupid hole has to be, oh, Bubba. Just the hole has
exactly.
to. The hole has to try to keep Bubba in line. Oh, Bubba!
It's her job to keep him in check. If I wasn't here, boy, let me tell you what would be happening.
I'm sure every Monday, oh, Bubba, did you stay out late and watch the big game? You look a little hungover this morning, Bubba. She's like very motherly, probably.
Yeah, I was out. What's it to you? Well, you know, you got work in the morning.
Bubba, we're concerned about you. And does he do all the dumb stunts, probably?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think Bubba's probably the sports guy, so he has that voice, and he's always out.
Yeah, that's what it is, the gravelly.
Kind of like that Chris Farley in his voice. I don't even know the show, and I bet you we could figure everyone's part out.
Oh.
How is it? Hold on a minute.
Well, this guy better been listening for longer than
Frank.
6 minutes.
Frank.
Yeah.
Hi, Frank.
You guys suck. The show is terrible. We just started.
Attaboy, Frank.
Yo, listen, guys, listen to me, man. I switched over from Howard to you guys, right?
When, Frank, when?
Like, I don't know, maybe about 5 months ago.
Right.
Hey, whoa, hold on. Let me talk. Check it out.
Yeah.
I switched over, bro. I tried to give you guys a shot. No good, dude. I'm going back, bro. I
All right.
don't know what happened, man.
All right, so turn your dial live on the show.
Shut the... don't tell me to turn the dial.
Turn the dial.
Do it live on the show.
Do it live. Let's see Let's see one person that has the balls to do it in front of our face.
We want to hear the radio actually turn over. We want to hear ourselves first, and you talking. Right. Then we want to hear you turn it away.
Yeah, Frank, the reason we say turn the dial, because one douchebag isn't going to make the difference. So just do it and move on with your life.
Yeah, listen.
Move on with your life. Move on with your life.
And you'll be back, by the way.
All you do is whine, bro. You sit
Whine. Who's whining now? You're
fucking luxury, dude.
You're the one that's whining, my friend.
You're whining.
You're whining that you don't like a show.
Your show sucks.
And
dude.
instead of just changing the channel, you call up and whine.
Hey, I'll do you one better. Fuck off.
Oh, wow, he got us. He cursed.
Ew.
Oh, he got it. Something tells me, first of all, he hasn't been listening for 5 months.
Of course he hasn't.
That's like his first time listening. Or he doesn't even listen. Or he listens all the time. Or he never listened. I don't know.
He said he listens, like he was listening to Howard, then he turned on, like, what did you get, satellite, and then listened to this station again? Like, you bought satellite and then just decided not to listen to it?
Yeah.
Stop.
So he had both satellite things. Stop it. Just stop.
What you missed in that phone call was him telling us to F off. There you go.
F off.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
Frank.
And we lost a dude that was talking about the Pittsburgh morning show. So, God, what a weird start to this show today. Let's say hi to Adam in Massachusetts. Adam, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, O&A? Listen, I was hoping maybe this morning you guys could wake up the alcoholics this morning.
Are you one of these alcoholics?
No, I'm not an alcoholic, but, it'd be pretty funny to hear some of these guys wake up every morning, maybe apologizing to his wife for doing something stupid. Your typical loser that, basically has nothing to live for.
Not a reformed guy. We want the drunks.
That's right.
Waking up the drunks. I don't think they're getting up this early.
I was going to say, I don't think they're up.
I don't think anything we do can wake them up.
Yeah, they're the irresponsible ones. They're sleeping in. They're calling in sick. They're making all sorts of excuses why they're hungover.
I'd like to hear some of these people call up, nothing to live for, and maybe, see why they're even alive on this planet.
I'm not really feeling the wake up a group of people bit today.
No.
Hold on, we have another we could, how about, he went away. Someone from Staten Island, I agree you guys suck. We could do that. We could wake up the people that think we suck, but they're listening to our show.
There you go.
Adam, I don't know if waking up the alcoholics is going to get the job done today.
All right, guys, listen, punch it out.
All right, someone else suggested we wake up the fatties. The women that might be overweight, the guys that might be overweight, but I guess when you talk about fatties, you're talking about women that are overweight.
Yeah.
Because they have to start their day, too.
Getting up, eating.
Kenny, another Kenny from Philly, he thought we should wake up the suicide girls.
I didn't even know what those were.
Oh, yeah, there's websites dedicated to the suicide girls. They got kind of a goth look, sort of.
Goth piercings?
They got the lip piercings.
Yeah.
And they're all about possibly killing themselves.
And being very, depressed.
Yeah, we could do that.
Isn't that like emo?
It's probably an offshoot of emo.
Although I don't want to get into that again. Boy, we'll open that can of worms. That we don't know what the hell emo is. Oh, perish the thought.
Yeah, I read that on the message board.
Jackasses.
They're like, anyone else get douche chills when Opie and Anthony talked about emo? Talk about not being in touch.
In touch? Shut up. Touch yourself with a 45 right to your head.
Who put the post? Boo-hoo at Whackbag?
The funny part about that is, you ask 5 people that swear they know emo and ask them what it's about, they'll give you 5 different answers.
5 different answers.
No one knows what it is officially.
But anyone that talks about it, that says they know what it is, absolutely knows what it is. And you can't sway them. Oof. It's the dumb. First of all, the name itself is gay. It's gay. Here's my interpretation of emo. Guys who have no problem having sex with each other, with other guys. It's pretty much it. That's it. Gay guys and girls that are fag hags that like to hang out with them, and they've come up with a new name.
Wow.
Emo.
You just
made it close to homo. That's my interpretation.
I have no idea.
They kiss each other hello, the guys. Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out. No. What?
Yeah.
Emo guys kiss each other on the
Emo
mouth?
guys kiss each other hello.
Open mouth kissing?
Yeah.
Full on open mouth kissing?
And then flies come down and just, it's a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Someone's suggesting we wake up the cutters.
Cutters.
We can wake up the cutters today.
Those are girls, too, though.
Huh?
Those are girls, too, for the most part.
No, that's with the N.
Not many. Oh, right. Not many guys are cutters. Those are a lot of girls are cutters.
Yeah, we could, wake up the attention-seeking girls.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Brian in New York. Brian, what's up?
What's up, boys?
Hey, man.
Good morning, Brian.
Well, you always gotta talk about the emos all the time. I'm just kidding.
I could tell you really weren't committed to that.
No.
No, I was just joking.
I'm kind of proud to admit I don't really know much about emo.
Yeah, man, they're a bunch of idiots. I don't know about them either. But anyway,
I know I like some of the bands that would be thrown in the emo category, I guess, but I don't really understand what the definition of emo is. And we're not going to get into it today because we're going to get 5 different answers again.
Sounds good. But listen, let me just touch on this real quick.
Yeah.
Last week you guys were talking about amputees. Well, over the weekend I was trying to search out this horrific stuff. I ended up finding this site called Gimp's Gone Wild, and it's nasty people, most horrific things you've ever seen. People with spina bifida and quadro and paraplegics and stuff, all dressed in all sexy, sitting in wheelchairs. Just horrific stuff, man. Punching out. Jimmy, I love you. We'll see you.
Bye, sir.
Gimp's Gone Wild, is that better than Granny Island? That website,
Granny Island.
All right, now we got a problem. Bob in Pittsburgh. Bob, what's up?
Oh, no.
Not much, buddy. Just listening to you this morning.
Yeah.
It feels like you don't have anything going on today.
Oh, no.
You started slow. Usually I would be like laughing my head off, on my way towards listening to you. But what's so funny? There's nothing funny in your show today.
Shouldn't you be taking calls from Microsoft customer service? You load. Your name isn't Bob. Stop it. Just stop.
My name
You're
is
a
Bob.
liar.
What's your real name, Bob?
What's your real name?
Yeah,
Not the name you got to give the people when they're trying to call for help. Okay, why don't you help us? Is your radio show plugged in? Is your radio show's monitor on? Is your radio show, did you put in the DVD?
No. I really like your show. The thing that I really like about you, like I said, is that you don't use a lot of toilet humor, and you still sound good in the morning.
We don't use a lot of what humor?
What's that?
Toilet humor.
Oh, toilet humor.
I never heard the opening.
Toilet humor. Yeah, I like Holly. He uses a lot of...
All right, listen, we got to go. We got Gimp's Gone Wild on the screen.
Gimp's Gone Wild.
Thank you, sir, Bob.
Okay, bye-bye.
He said he used to listen to Howard, likes the show, but
I think he was fooling around.
But for some reason, the first 12 minutes didn't make him laugh, so now he thinks we're having a slow day or something. Wow, Gimp's Gone Wild is a great website.
It really is like Gimps with
I'm looking at a girl
lingerie.
with only one leg. The rest of her isn't bad. She's in tiny red panties, one high heel shoe.
Of course, but the other one, her boob.
And she's posing very sexy on a chair. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
As sexy as she can.
She's
there
called Lady in Red. Look at that. She's got red panties, red bra, and one red high heel stripper shoe. Ew. And no leg.
Where are the garters?
No left
one just
leg.
hanging, dangling.
It's in a box full of the other left things.
Yeah, it's just a box with a Sharpie on the lid that just says left things.
Yeah, wow.
That's a fetish for people, man. Like,
yeah, I know.
Stumps or whatever.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week, and somebody steered us toward a video of a girl with a stump, and she was with another girl, and she was doing things to the girl with her stump.
Well, she was missing her foot, I believe.
Yeah, it was her foot was really gone, and I'll tell you, her entire calf, just
impressive.
Amazing, very impressive.
Holy crap, man! Gimp's Gone Wild. You click on a girl, move up. This is, and then they list a disability. It's always something you can't pronounce. A disability, osteogenesis imperfecta. And then you click on that and you get to see the photos of this fine young. Oh my God!
What is that one dressed like? It's Neo.
Oh my God! I can't even. She can't be more than 4 foot tall. It's basically if you took like a regular sized girl and just put her in a compactor and squished her.
Squished her?
That's what she looks like, basically. She's squished down to half the size of a normal sized woman.
Is she showing some dirty things?
Well, these are just the samples. You gotta sign up.
It looks like a pedophile site because she's an adult, but it doesn't look like she's an adult because she's so small.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's all twisted into all sorts of different shapes. She's in a wheelchair with lingerie on. That's her attempt at being on, let's just say, being on her belly.
Yeah.
What site is this? This is prochoice.com?
This is Gimp's Gone Wild. Oh, my God.
What is that? Stop it.
Wow. This is really, really disturbing.
What is it?
They're gimps, but they're looking sexy for you, eh?
That's not sexy.
They're trying to look sexy for you.
That's frightening. That's like something out of The Ring. It should be crawling out of a well.
Yeah. All right, let's say hi to Rob in Brooklyn. Rob, what's going on?
Yo, Yeah, I got to call you out, man. You ruined my whole weekend.
Why?
I was spending my whole weekend picturing my grandmother.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. You can't be doing that to people anymore.
Yeah, the grandma thing.
There were people walking by F.H. Riley's just going,
picture your grandma naked.
You guys talk about cringe radio all the time. I'm sitting there listening to the radio, cringing.
Right.
Into the fetal position over that, so ruined 3 days of my life,
Hey, someone is saying, Andrew from Pittsburgh, that guy Bob that called in is Baghdad Bob from the 102.5 WVE morning show in Pittsburgh. Looks like it is time to attack guys.
The what?
So I guess he works for DVE. That's what we're hearing. Could anyone back that up?
I have no idea.
If that's true, it could get very, very interesting. It's one of the bigger shows in Pittsburgh. Maybe they're running a little scared. Can we isolate that phone call? Now I got to find out. All right, we're just getting warmed up. Jim Norton back in the house. We got MacBooks to give away all this week. Thanks to MacBook Karaoke. We start that today.
Oh, we get to listen to some contestants?
Yes, we do.
Wonderful.
Yes, we do.
Yeesh.
And sometime today, when Anthony's ready, he may want to talk about something that just infuriated me.
Oh,
if you saw Ant and I hanging out talking for an hour at F.H. Riley's, Anthony was filling me in on some things, and it just infuriated me. But it's up to Anthony to decide when he wants to talk about that.
Oh, of course.
Maybe after the break. We'll see.
Piss me off.
It's Opie and Anthony and little Jimmy Norton.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Get infected. Opie and Anthony!
I want to say good morning to Pittsburgh, especially today. I guess they're on our radar. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. We had some douche call in right off the bat saying we're not funny, that he turned off Howard to listen to us, which is complete bull crap.
Yeah.
Gave us a chance for 5 months, and now he's going back to Howard. And we said, well, then go back to Howard. Do it live on our show. We don't give a crap. One person's opinion isn't going to make or break the show.
And he didn't do it. He just cursed and hung up.
And then I guess we got him so annoyed, he cursed us out and hung up. So we had to dump out. And then somebody said that it could be this character, Baghdad Bob.
I thought that was the Indian
guy.
Speaking guy.
The one after the Microsoft thing on probably.
His name was Bob, and he,
which guy are they talking
had an
about
accent.
now?
I think that Bob guy, but the Bob guy was just joking. Because he said, I like your show.
Wasn't the other guy Bob, too? Now I'm really confused.
No, I don't know.
Frank was the guy who didn't like the show.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, something's going on with Pittsburgh. I think they might have got a little attack together.
Oh, really?
I think they might have a little attack going on. I don't know.
Good luck to you.
Anyway, Andrew from Pittsburgh, he writes, I can't call from work or I'll get fired, but that is definitely someone calling, doing the Baghdad Bob thing. I promise. It may not be the actual guy from the show, but it is definitely one of their supporters trying to F up your show.
That doesn't F up. See,
so
the type of show we have, that kind of thing doesn't really F up our show because we don't care.
It kind of plays
anybody
right
that called. It's sort of something for us to do and someone to talk to.
Yeah.
We don't care. It's not like we have a schedule or you're ruining a bit. When people call up, we'll talk to you. We don't care about that.
Well, someone explain. That's out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, sorry, we don't know about it.
So the Indian-sounding dude is possibly a character called Baghdad Bob?
Why would he be Indian-sounding if he's Iraqi?
Oh, that's why that accent, I guess. But
yeah.
I hear Indian.
Yeah, I heard Indian.
If you're going to do Baghdad Bob, wouldn't it be like a Middle Eastern accent? Was that his attempt at a Middle Eastern accent?
That was an Indian accent.
It's not the show, though. It's just some guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So if you know anything about that, help us out.
He's just...
Maybe it's a guy that does a little something for their morning show, and that's his bit. What
is it?
I don't know. Explain, please. 1-866-313-FREE is our phone number.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing they don't understand. The thing that annoys us the most is that we don't even understand what's going on.
Right.
Like, it's not like you're so popular and well-known and you're throwing things out that a lot of people know about. I don't understand what you're doing. At least make it kind of entertaining. Or something.
All right, well, now we're all confused with that. But by the end of the show, everything will make sense. That's the beauty of us.
We'll wrap it up for you in a nice little package.
So Anthony got some interesting news on Saturday, was it? Before F.H. Riley's?
I think it was Friday. It was Friday night, maybe.
Friday night?
It was whenever it was snowing. Yeah, Friday night. It's snowing, and I look out the window, and I see some guy knocking on my door. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Go to the door.
Might be a package or something.
Some chubby guy.
Maybe some of your Nazi memorabilia, Rob.
Yeah, coming in.
Sign for it. Right,
yeah,
sure.
There's a sign for it, of course. Lampshades, whatever. And I open the door, and he hands me a big stack of papers. And, I've been there before, so I know what that is. You're being served.
You got served.
I got served. Mm-hmm. I got served.
Now, you kind of been hinting in the last few months that this might be coming because...
Yeah, I thought it was coming.
Anthony's been divorced, I don't even know how long at this
forever.
point.
Please.
7 years, something like that. 6 years.
It's been like, 7 years, I guess.
You've been divorced 7 years.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, you get served with papers, and now you got to go back to court because things aren't quite right in her world.
Things are
according to her.
Let me tell you. I'll make my statement. Things are absolutely right. Someone is sadly mistaken in her camp over there, the ex-wife camp, sadly mistaken at how much money I make. A lot of it is said on the show, and we goof around, and things have been printed in the paper, which we laugh at because they're severely overblown amounts of money that they say that we make. And we just laugh. We're like, okay, $30 million. That's, I make $30 million. Yeah. When meanwhile, no, we don't.
It's only 20.
Come on, let's get real. Now that'll be in the paper. He said he made $20 million. But they're really sadly mistaken.
Can I be completely honest?
Yeah.
I know we do very well.
Yeah.
And this might shock some people knowing me and money. I have no idea how much we make a year. I have no clue.
You don't know?
I swear to God, I could give you a number and I could guess at it.
Yeah.
I never wanted to know.
There are also variables.
But the beauty of me, Anthony and I, we make exactly the same. So in my weird world, I don't need to know, don't want to know. I just want to know we're doing well. But I have Anthony to make sure that everything's on the up and up.
Yeah. I have the contracts at home. If any question comes up, I look at it and see what we make.
Every once in a while, I'll ask Anthony a question about it, and he'll answer me. I'm like, oh, all right.
That's what we make.
But as I sit here, I swear to God, I couldn't put a number on what we make a year.
Yeah.
And I like it that way for some weird... It just makes sense in my stupid head.
I kind of keep track.
And Ant keeps track.
I keep track.
And that's why it's okay.
And the reason I keep track is because I have to keep track. Because I'm involved in a divorce where she has to get money based on how much I make. So, that's how I have to pay her.
See,
so
Jimmy's doing what I did all day Saturday.
Oh, just fuming.
I was telling Ant before the show in the office today, it's just amazing that in this world, you could say you don't want to be with a person anymore, but then the courts will decide when you actually don't have to be with that person anymore as far as their involvement in your life. Anthony got divorced 7 years ago.
I want no involvement with this person ever again. I don't want to see her name. I don't want to see her. I want no involvement with this person. That's it.
And before you even got divorced, it was a couple of years where you didn't want to have anything to do with her anymore.
Right.
And out of nowhere, thinking you've kind of moved on with your life, except for having to sign.
Except for a financial commitment, which is, that to me, I've rationalized it to where it's just like business. It's like paying my American Express bill. That's what it is. She's a bill. She's an entity to me that needs to be paid. That's all. And that's what I've been doing. Just like I pay my other bills. I pay the full amount, and I pay it on time. And then I get this load of crap on Friday.
Bring everyone up to speed, because we talked about it on the show. She's been writing on the back of the checks under protest. Like she's cashing these. She's throwing it into some kind of bank account, but under protest. That's why Aunt knew something was coming.
I knew something was up because you don't write something like that on a check unless you're gearing up to do something later so that you could pull out all these checks and go, well, see, I did cash them, but I was writing this.
And obviously someone was telling her to write that.
Yeah, someone's telling her. She didn't think this up herself.
A big, fat, bloated mess of a person was telling her that.
Exactly. It's so I get these papers, and there was a brand new deposition. That's her statement as to what is going on and why this whole case is being brought. And it was nothing short of a fantasy novel, this whole thing, her statement. And again, it brought up things with the marriage that are irrelevant at this point. Here's what this amounts to now. Because they think I'm making more money than I am, they want a complete assessment of, what I make and my tax returns and stuff like that. And you know something? Okay, I'm fine with that because I have absolutely nothing to hide. Hand over my tax. I'll give my tax returns over to a judge, whatever they need, to see how much I make, and let's see if it matches with what I've been paying. And you know what? It will. It'll absolutely match because I think you have this overinflated view of what I'm making. And they are in for a big surprise. A big, big surprise.
So she wants more money now, 7 years later?
Apparently they think I've been... And that's the thing. Imagine if every time a bill came in, you paid it. Like the American Express, let's say. Comes in. You pay it. On time, in full. Every single time you're supposed to pay it. And then you get a lawsuit filed by American Express saying, hey, what's your problem? You're supposed to be paying us more, and we're suing you. You'd be livid.
And this is not even like American Express because this is not even a product you're getting to use. This is interest on a product that was busted 7 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. So the first part of it is the deposition, which is, things about the marriage, and this has nothing to do with that anymore. This is a math figure. This is a math problem. That's all it is. It's how much do you make? How much is she entitled to? End of story. This isn't any more about emotional damage and I was in love and he left me for another woman after 9 years of marriage. 7 years ago, he decided to leave me for another woman. Did I? Did I really?
That's what the deposition said?
Yeah.
That was the statement in the deposition?
After her love and support of 9 years, he left me for another woman. Really? Did I just up and leave? Or were there little circumstances that you're leaving out of the deposition that I won't leave out of mine? I certainly won't. You want to include that crap in there? How about 3 years into our marriage? 3 years into our marriage, if that. Let me think. What year was that? I was married in 90. There was 91, 92, 93. When did we go to Boston?
Boston around 95.
5-ish. But
early 95.
So I'd say about, I'd say 3 years into our marriage. I'm at a gig. Opie's there. We're having a blast. Drinking, having fun.
We were getting ready to leave for Boston.
I
remember this day like it's the back of my hand because I'm having a great time.
Oh, it was great.
With Anthony, we're celebrating the fact that we're going to work together finally full time in Boston, do afternoon drive, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And we're saying goodbye to the listeners that we had from BAB out there on Long Island.
Yeah.
Big party they kind of threw us like, all right, I'll see you later party. And all of a sudden, it's still kind of early, and Ant's like, I gotta go. Like, where are you going?
Yeah, where are you going?
I gotta go.
And believe me, I wouldn't even be saying this if I thought for a second it was like a lie or dishonest because I could be held liable.
Of course.
For what I'm saying. But this is so absolutely the truth. And there are people that saw it.
I saw it.
There could be witnesses that could come forward.
Can I be a witness?
And say, absolutely. You're cordially invited to be a witness because you were there.
I was kind of pissed off.
I think my brother was there.
I think I was pissed off and jealous at the same time.
Because I had to leave. I had to leave immediately. Well, the ex-wife comes up to me and informs me out of nowhere that a girl at the bar that was hanging out there that we have been friends with for a while, this girl Cindy, just use her first name, girl named Cindy, had wanted to come home and have some sex with us. 2 girls for every boy.
All of a sudden, Anthony looks
Goodbye.
All of a sudden, Anthony looks at me. Gotta go.
2 girls for every boy. I left a shape of me in the wall.
Pew! I've never seen someone leave a bar faster in my life. Just drunk off his ass, like just...
Oh, my God, I was praying, please, police, if there's any night, don't pull me over tonight. Please don't pull me over tonight. I'm on my way home. No, officer, it's like this. Look,
you can understand.
You've got to understand. If you want,
look, I wasn't
I'll drink tomorrow and be right back at this spot, and you can arrest me tomorrow.
Look, I wasn't going to drink and drive, but look what I got going on in here.
Yeah, come on. You gotta help me out. Help me out, sir. But
out of the blue, she just walks up and says...
The bottom line is, it was out of the blue. Out of the blue.
I saw the whole thing go down like it was yesterday.
They were hanging out all night.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with Opie and just kind of like talking about things, the BAB crew, things like that. Just having fun, hanging out. And she was hanging out with this other girl all night. And, they'd been tying one on and stuff. And apparently the conversation that they were having had turned to that. And then before I knew it, I was being approached and said, hey, we'll go back to our house with this girl, and the three of us will hook up and have some fun. 2 girls for every... Bam, dun, 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 dun.
Had you ever done anything like that in your life?
Nope. That was first time.
Wow.
Yeah. First time.
Fill it up.
You're filling up a little on this one? So at that point, like I said, 3 years in, right then, I knew something was amiss with the marriage. Because that stuff is all well and fine. It's, believe me, a lot of fun.
You're not going to complain.
It's great. As a guy, it's one of those things, again, number one fantasy, blah, 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 blah.
You're not going to complain when you're in it and you're in a drunken stupor, but then when you're back to regular life, you're like,
You're kind of thinking, yeah, all right, something's a little amiss. Something's missing here and this is with all the love and support I gave as a wife, my wifely duties, my husband left me after, shut up. So what happened was, after that...
Wait a minute.
And that went on a couple of times, by the way.
Yeah, well, don't skip over that.
I'm not.
Was it really good?
Glossing over that.
Was it good?
It was a blast. A lot of fun.
Did you focus on each person equally?
No. How the hell would you do that? That's stupid. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You got a new broad laying there right there. What are you going to do?
It wasn't a 50-50 split.
Oh, 50-50. Stop it.
It was 10-90.
95-5.
One got everything, and the old wife got a pat on the head.
A pat on the head. Good girl.
Thank you.
Just waited for her to pass out.
It was really exactly. It was just it was one of those, one of those opportunities, and that had happened a couple of times after that, with the same girl, one of those deals, and then after that was done,
there a Boston trip involved?
Boston trip? I don't even remember.
Try to remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember, but that went on. I know it was a lot of times when we were drive back down to New York on the weekends.
I think that's what I was getting at when you guys left Boston.
So we were still in Boston. We were living in Boston at that point, away from the situation. But came home on the weekends, down to New York on the weekends, kind of a thing. So that's, that was how the whole thing started of blah, blah, blah. Where's my loving marriage? Well, if it's such a great marriage, why the hell, are you bringing your bisexual tendencies into it and wanting me involved in that whole situation?
Not because you were going to complain.
Because after that happened, because this girl wound up moving down to Florida and wasn't available anymore. And all I heard for a few years after that was, how can we do that again? Got to find somebody.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
This is where it gets uncomfortable.
That was it.
I got turned around. This is the only time I get uncomfortable.
That was it. No, that was how uncomfortable it was getting also.
Can I turn back
She would just keep, yeah, you could turn around.
All right.
She would keep wondering, oh, well, blah, 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 how are we going to do this, blah, 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 blah. 9 years. I gave him 9 years. My husband then left me 7 years ago. I left because I couldn't be married anymore to you. That's why I left. Because there was nothing left to the marriage anymore. It wasn't one of those. It wasn't a marriage where there was this loyalty to each other. She was obviously on the prowl. On the prowl. And I'd had it at that point. I was done. And happened to find someone I'd rather be with. And that was 7 years ago. Still with the girl.
And very happy.
Very happy. Very happy. 7 years ago. So it's not like I'm bouncing around like a whore to 20 different girls. I found somebody that I'm happy with, that I don't have to throw over my shoulder and drag out of a bar. That's a plus.
Oh, boy, I got to turn around again.
I never understood how important locomotion is to a marriage. How important the ability to move by oneself is in a marriage. And, that was, but the deposition that I read was, I gave so much and helped in his career and this, that. And again, this has nothing to do with this case that's coming up. This is purely a financial, money, 2 + 2 = 4 kind of a thing. It has nothing to do anymore. The divorce thing, they pulled all that emotional crap out. But this has nothing to do with that. So it shouldn't even have been included in the deposition. But the fantasy that just went on about how, hurt she was and what a scumbag I was for leaving, that's why I left. There was nothing left. There was no love in that marriage. And then why can't you just friggin' leave? You got to be saddled with a debt, and now I got to look at her effing face in a courtroom again? By the way, everyone's cordially invited. It's April 12th at the courthouse in New York City. I believe it's 60 Center Street.
You sure it's the 12th? You gave me another date.
No, it's the
okay.
12th.
Right. I remember you gave me another date on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's all. Because I already wrote it down on my calendar.
It's Center Street. Please, come one, come all. Have fun. Sit in on the gallery and watch and have fun.
What day of the week is that?
I believe it's a Thursday. Oh. Not sure. I think it is.
Look how excited
Come
Jimmy
down,
is.
have some fun.
Should we call the papers?
Call the papers, everyone. Just everybody.
Let's have a little party.
I want everyone to come in and get a good look at the proceedings and see what's really going on with this. And see bloated attorney Dominic Barbara try to pull a fast one on me. Let me tell you something. I'm certainly not the same guy I was 7 years ago. I'm not as naive and idealistic and trusting as I was 7 years ago. I'm a lot more jaded. My eyes are opened. I'm a lot wiser than I was 7 years ago. You fat ass. You jack off.
Well, he wants.
And I'm not going to sit there and be harassed and be bullied by the likes of you yapping head. You're a talking head. You want fame more than anything else. You're a fame monger who just will at the drop of a hat go on any TV or radio show to try to get your name out there, and that's a lot more important to you than any type of justice or what you're supposed to stand for.
Aren't you supposed to pay his lawyer fees too, according to this paperwork you got?
Apparently, of course, the woman's never supposed to pay any legal fees. and I'm supposed to like now bend over and pay. There was something in this deposition that said I brought in, get this, I brought in a high-powered team of attorneys to intimidate my ex. Meanwhile, I had one lawyer who barely handled this case. I mean, the guy, it was probably the worst mistake I've ever made in my life. I didn't go and get like a Ralph Felder or one of these high-powered attorneys. I got a guy that I think he did like contract laws for like financial things. He wasn't a divorce attorney even. Because I assumed for 25 G's, which I paid him, which for a lawyer is nothing, like my high-powered team of attorneys cost me about 25 G's. Wow. Meanwhile, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees for her. Now, meanwhile, yeah. I had nobody as an attorney. And then in this deposition, it's like he hired a team of high-powered attorneys. It's like, what? That's a lie. It's a blatant lie. And then there's mistakes.
But that doesn't matter.
In there, there's all kinds of errors in the deposition of monies and things like that. So they are really, you don't even understand. And I know the fat ass, the fat F is listening in, taping this to use against me or something like that. That's fine and well. You are in for a really big surprise when you see what we make and what I have paid her as per the settlement.
Let me ask you a question. When you have to pay, which is sickening that you have to pay her legal fees, are you able to contest what her lawyer charges her? Like, can he just charge whatever he wants? And they like, what's to prevent a lawyer from overcharging because you're going to have to pay it?
Let me give you a little scenario, Jim. Here's what it's like. You're in a boxing ring. You hope that the fight will be over after the third round. By round 10, your face is smashed in. You're on the canvas bleeding. You just don't get up. If you got up to try to, figure out how much this one's owed and this one, you're just going to get punched in the face more. And that's what I was. I was on the canvas, down for the count, and I said, you know something? I give up. I give up. And that's how things get settled. That's how divorces get settled. They beat the crap out of the guy until he gives up. Do you know most divorces never go to trial? They never end with a trial. Most of them are settled.
They just wear you down.
They wear you down and beat you up. It also said...
I saw that happen to Anthony. It was so frustrating. Anthony's the nicest guy. He really is an unbelievable guy, and to see that he has to go through this crap...
I've gone above and beyond.
Just infuriates me on a level I can't even explain.
I've gone above and beyond. And to read that
Technically, she probably owes Anthony money.
I get this also.
Technically, she probably owes Anthony money. She should just shut her mouth and take her stupid paycheck she gets every month and do what she's doing with it.
It not only said that I hired a high-powered team of attorneys, but at every turn I delayed the proceedings. Meanwhile, I was trying to get this done as quickly as possible.
You used to scream on the air that you just wanted it over.
And court dates would come up. And they would cancel. They would cancel court dates and postpone and postpone. I was ready to roll. They would postpone. So another blatant lie to get the lawyer fees up and to get me to sign another contract. If you remember, I was signing a new contract with Infinity Broadcasting at the time. And me, as the guy, I wanted to get this divorce done before I signed my new deal.
Plus, you wanted to move on.
The way it was. I wanted to move on with my life and sign it before a new deal. Because she wasn't entitled to anything with the new deal because she's not even involved with that. Of course, that didn't pan out. So they delayed and delayed and delayed at every turn. And then I read a deposition that I just get now on Friday that says, oh, he delayed, he did this, he did that. Everything that she did, her side did, they're blaming me for doing. It's just blatant lying. Lies. And I got to deal with this again. 7 years later, I got to deal with more court proceedings and bull crap because perhaps, I don't know, I have no proof that this isn't anything that's anything. This is my personal opinion that I believe perhaps she's not banking money like she should have been. I'm giving a lot of money, relatively speaking, to a lot of the 99% of the workforce out there, she's making a lot of money.
It's a great living.
It's a great living. And perhaps if she had spent that time maybe, I don't know, getting a skill for a job, because eventually this does end. This does end eventually. The gravy train stops. I do not, there's a set period of time that I pay. When that stops, is she going to have a marketable skill? She's going to have to go to work. I mean, it's not, as far as I'm concerned, maybe she should have been saving a little more, doing a little more, and not paying her lawyer as much money as she is to do these things. Because I'll tell you another thing, I really don't think I'm going to have to pay the lawyer fee this time, and that's going to come out of someone's pocket. It ain't going to be mine. And if you have to foot that nut, that's going to be a tough one for you, as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
Good luck to you.
We should take a break.
But that's the hell I'm in right now.
But people are calling like crazy. Maybe we could take a few calls after the break. But that's the hell that Anthony had to deal with over the weekend.
Thought it was all, I had fallen into a, kind of a routine with it. Like, all right, I accept it. This is what I have to do. I just, the countdown's on. But now I don't even want to look at that face. I don't even want to have to look at it. And now I'm being forced to.
You get a lawyer? Not the same one as last time?
Oh, believe me. It ain't going to be him. It ain't going to be him, Dominic.
Phones are lit.
It's not going to be that easy.
We said in the office, like, you decide somewhere along that, all right, I'm not this person anymore. But the courts and the lawyers and the divorce proceedings, they're the ones that actually decide when you...
I paid through the time we weren't working. People advised me. They said, dude, you know what you should do? You should go to court and have it so you don't have to pay her because you're not working. It's like, well, I'm still getting paid under contract. Because, but then people said, but you don't know what's going to happen afterwards. You could be completely out of work and blackballed. They were saying, I heard on TV a lot of times, these guys ain't working again. The offers weren't rolling in, that's for sure. So I didn't know if after that 2 years was up, if I was ever going to see another dime of radio money again. But that was what I was supposed to do, so I did it. And, thank God we wound up getting another job. And it puts me back in this position. Lots of fun.
All right, we'll take some phone calls next. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We got to go right to the phones. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's say hi to Eddie in New Jersey. Eddie, what's going on today?
Eddie.
Hey, Anthony. How you doing, buddy? Listen, I can feel your pain. I don't know what it is with these women. They have no dignity or pride about themselves. It's like they're just sitting back waiting for a welfare check and being a welfare case every month.
Well,
I don't get it.
there are a lot of women who, when they get divorced, think that the gravy train lasts forever. These women should probably spend their time going to school. A lot of people have to work and go to college at the same time. This is an opportunity for these women to actually go to college full time. So that when the gravy train runs out, they have a nice marketable skill, they could get a good job, and maybe keep the lifestyle they were leading instead of, what the hell are they going to do?
Women don't want to be looked like second-class citizens until they get divorced.
Yeah, then
they have no problem saying they're the weaker species.
I'm so weak, I can't do anything.
To take care of them.
Exactly.
But what I don't understand is how did she help your career? What'd you do? Sit back and watch you go on the air?
That's a whole other thing. We've been through that 800 times. It didn't. In the long run, it didn't matter because, like I said, most divorces never go to trial. They always settle. So if it would have went to trial, who knows what would have happened. It's one of those things where maybe I would have been, the judge would have said, nothing was done. She didn't contribute at all, so you get nothing. Or maybe the judge would have went, well, she contributed 50%, so now you got to give her half. That's that unknown factor that makes people settle. That's why I said a lot of divorces end in settlements. That's just what happens. They knock you down. They beat you up. They give you these scenarios that are 10 times than what you could possibly imagine. So that's what happens.
I hear you, buddy. Well, good luck, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Great, man.
All right, Eddie, thank you. Let's go to Dominic Barbara from Long Island. Dominic.
Anthony.
Well, sure doesn't sound like him, but okay.
Hey, what kind of car are you driving now, Anthony?
I drive a nice Mustang.
Well, you're not driving it anymore. She lost the car.
All right, get out of here. Let's go to Steve in Queens.
That was the worst impression
How did you cut
ever.
that amazing bit off?
What an ass.
Steve, what's up?
Hey, Anthony, will you marry me?
Why?
Sounds like a nice way to make a living, you know?
Yeah.
Really, you never have to work.
That's it. It's nice.
You don't have to, you don't have to go back to school. You don't have to look for a job. You don't even have to drive.
No.
You don't even have to drive a car.
Nope.
Sweet.
She doesn't even drive a car.
It's a great living.
Ann and I were on top of the radio world when this whole thing was going down, and she would take the bus to the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony was a radio star, and his wife at the time was on a town bus.
She never wanted to drive for some reason. I don't know.
How about you start there, get a license? Sorry. Maybe I should just shut up.
It's true.
This just bothers me, too. Jeff in Boston, what's going on?
Hey, boys, it's Jared in Boston. Anthony, I know exactly what you're dealing with. My best friend, every 5 years, his ex-wife does this. And actually, the other day, she said to him, let's go see Jimmy Norton at Kowloon's in Saugus on Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday at a Comedy Connection in Boston called 617-248-9700.
Well, I wouldn't take her. You know why? Because it's an ex, and you shouldn't date your exes, even if it is to go see Jimmy Norton at those fine establishments.
Anthony's going through hell here, and you get your little plug-in, Jimmy.
Dude, it's like,
the timing is awful today, I gotta say.
Dude, why would you call up with that and you forget Wednesday in Rhode Island? I mean, what kind of a call is that? Well, my friend here is suffering.
Right. To forget Wednesday in Rhode Island is ridiculous.
My good friend here is having a financial woes. It does not say much for marriage, though. When, I've never been married, and I'm hearing your tale, and I'm clenching my teeth like it happened to me.
It is infuriating.
But in all fairness, you gotta know who you're marrying, too, because even Anthony admitted, on his wedding night, he went, oh, God,
I just knew there'd be trouble.
By the way, happy anniversary. Today is your anniversary. According to statements you made in the courtroom, I believe today is your anniversary.
Wait, no. As I recall now, I was asked and I forgot. That was written in the paper, by the way. That wasn't part of any confidential courtroom banter that went down. This was written in the paper because there was a New York Post and Daily News guy in the gallery when this happened. I was asked, when is your wedding anniversary? And I was like,
he did not know.
I couldn't remember because
did not know.
Because I knew March 19th had been important to me for so many years because it was Swallows Day in San Juan Capistrano. And growing up in San Juan Capistrano, it was a very important day. It was the day of, the day the Swallows come back to Capistrano. And there's a big parade and everything. And I got confused March and May. Because my anniversary is May 19th, Opie.
Yeah.
So you're a couple of months early.
Hey, just take 20 seconds. There are people just getting in their cars. And what the hell happened? They know it's kind of big news in your life. So out of nowhere, Anthony got served papers for something he thought was over with his ex.
Yeah, apparently they think I'm making more money than I'm making, and they want money from me.
They're dragging Anthony back to court, even though his divorce has been final for about 7 years.
7 years or so. So, what are you going to do?
Is it possible for you to sue her for legal fees? Because there are things like frivolous.
Yeah, they do that.
Harassment.
Yeah, that's possible. That's me and my legal team are considering all options, Jim.
Ooh.
That's what I'll say. All options are open to us right now.
I say you make her suffer now because you've been just a nice guy through this whole thing. You really have. I say you make her suffer now.
I've reached my limit, and as I said, I was looking at this as just another bill to pay and kind of rationalizing it like that, but I'm not the same guy I was 7 years ago. I'm not going to just kind of sit down and take it with my cheap lawyer that I thought I'd be able to get away cheap with and got hammered pretty badly. It's not going to happen this time.
Booby Man from Brooklyn, I see you guys woke up the truly effed wallet-drained guys.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Joel in Glen Oaks. Joel, what's going on?
Hey, guys, what's up? Listen, 3 years I was getting a divorce. 3 years I was looking for a divorce. I have money. All of a sudden, the only way I can get a divorce is by claiming bankruptcy. Within 3 days, the papers were signed.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess what we're talking about today, though, is, the whole divorce proceedings in general suck, but it just amazes me that Anthony wanted to move on with his life, has moved on with his life, and out of nowhere, he's now got to deal with his ex.
All I could say without going into details, because I can't. I'm precluded from going into any details on this thing. But all I'll say is I have gone, little do they know, because apparently they believe I'm making a lot more than I am making. But I have gone above and beyond my commitment. I have a commitment that I'm supposed to make with paying her support. That's what you do when you get divorced. You got to pay the wife, the ex-wife. And I've gone above and beyond what I am actually supposed to do. And one of the options I have now is looking back and seeing where I went above and beyond and maybe taking some of that back. Where that'll end up will be, I think somebody will owe me money.
How could you not be able to at least use the product, though? If you're still paying for it, you should be able to
No,
go
he doesn't
over.
want to, Jimmy.
But maybe one of your friends does. If you own something, if you're not driving a car and I need a ride, you could say, hey, go take the jalopy.
Go take the jalopy out for a ride?
So maybe one time I go, you know what, Aunt? Look at this thing. It's dry. And you go, you know what? I know where you can go to wet it.
I got you. I'm paying for something down the road.
Absolutely.
Jimmy makes a good point.
Yeah.
You ought to loan it out to your pals.
I wouldn't to my worst enemy, never mind my friends. What? So she could use those talons, those friggin' nails? Cut your nails. Let me give you a little advice. Cut your nails. That crap went out in the 80s. The goddamn vulture nails she's got.
Boy. I got to turn around again.
Is that for swooping in on wallets? You grab them out of back pockets? Those talons? Enough with your talons.
Are you done?
Christ on a pony.
Can I turn back around?
Yeah, you could turn around.
I swear to God, it's the only time I get uncomfortable on this show.
Jesus.
Let's say hi to Steve in
Get another tattoo. Get another tattoo.
What's wrong with tattoos?
Because you're in your 40s now. You're not a kid anymore. Surprise. Surprise, you're in your 40s. Get another tattoo. Why don't you get one of my bank account number on your back?
Oh, boy. I got to turn around again.
It's done you well.
I'm telling you.
E-Rock, tell me when he's done. Is he done?
Get that one. Not going to look so cute behind the bar anymore. When that has to happen after 2 more years of me paying you off. What's going to happen after that? Where are you going to go? You got a job? You got a marketable skill? You're going to hit the gin mills again. Because let me tell you something. They don't tip as well when you're in your 40s as they did when you were in your 20s and early 30s.
41?
It don't happen anymore. The kids don't want to tip the waitress or the bartender unless they think they're going to get a chance with her.
What about like a Japanese tattoo with some of that?
Yeah, get that.
Or Chinese, whatever it is.
Get that.
Where it means something.
What's the Japanese word for leech?
Let's say hi to Steve in Pennsylvania. Steve.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, Aunt, this has been going on for years, and it's like, God, man, when is this ever going to end? I mean, I'm sure the on your stomach, you got to throw up when you see this.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Well, I'm a new guy these days. I really am. I just I took it where it would have been. I would have taken it out, and I did like years ago on the process server, the guy that just comes and delivers the court papers to you, tells you when the appearance date is. Like, I unloaded on him the first time, like years ago. Now the guy came to the door. He's like, you Anthony, here's the papers. And I'm like, all right, thanks a lot. Drive safe. It was icy out. You know, I'm not going to kill the messenger.
Is it true you offered him a Bud Light?
I had him come in. We had a Bud Light together. It was one, and then he was late. He had to go serve some more papers.
Hey, it's always worth it, so, you know.
I'm a nice guy. We did. We sucked down a couple of Bud Lights, and he was off on his way in the snow. We sat in front of the Java log for a while.
All right, enough.
Hey, you're married for a couple of years, you know. Unfortunately, you know, it was a miserable marriage. And why should we have to pay for it, you know, half our lives after the divorce happens?
I don't know.
It's crap.
I
should
don't
be done and
know.
over with.
Yeah.
And the big C, I'm sure, you know, she's laughing her ass off about this, but, you know, we shouldn't have to pay for it our whole lives because of their misery.
Well, when's the court date at?
April 12th.
April 12th. All
Got to
right.
be in on April 12th.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there supporting my pal. Where's the courthouse? Downtown?
Yeah, because we're flying out when? For,
I think the week after that.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, we got the 14th.
Next day.
We're flying out the next day. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You'll
No.
let the listeners know
I'm flying out that.
fun.
All right, sir,
April 14th.
We're leaving the 20th, I believe.
No, not
No, you're
vacation.
wrong.
We're doing
Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, okay, you're right.
The virus.
The O&A
tour.
Traveling Virus Comedy Tour in Vegas.
So I know we got
sale
the
now
12th.
through Ticketmaster. All the info's on opieandanthony.com. Go ahead.
I'm going to miss that thing because I'm flying out that Thursday. That was the only
you
flight
are.
I could get. I'm going
The
to miss
12th?
his court date. Yep.
Well,
All right, well, thanks, guys, and Frunkus,
Thank you, sir.
okay?
Frunkus.
So maybe can we talk to the judge and move that?
Let's say hi to Eddie in
Yeah, maybe
Brooklyn.
we'll have to move it.
My friend wants to watch you on.
Yeah, my friend wants to hang out and watch.
Eddie,
Yeah.
what's up?
How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
All right. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I went through a similar situation, and when I try to recoup any kind of monies or try to talk to the judge about that I did above and beyond
Yeah.
what was expected of me in the settlement, well, he told me, well, you're a really nice guy. But I didn't have to do any of that.
Hey, you're a real nice guy. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thanks a lot, you know.
That sucks.
It did. It really did. Because I thought, you know, my position was that if I gave her the money, I wasn't sure it was going to be put to the right things, like for their schooling. Or
Oh, see, you got child stuff. That's different.
Yeah.
All right.
That's different.
Hey, this just in. My brother Elmo is in the middle of making a T-shirt for Anthony's April 12th court appearance.
Oh, great. Get the T-shirts.
We'll be throwing
Signs.
them around.
Wow stickers. We'll give them out. What is this guy Jack saying?
Let's go to Jack.
Hey, Jack. What's up
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Jack.
I just think you're adding more fuel to the fire.
How's that?
Well, just, back off and, suck it up.
We share everything on the show or as much as we can.
I've backed off and sucked it up for years.
That's right.
And everything was hunky-dory.
I understand, but if you're going to court, you're only adding more fuel to the fire.
You know what? I'm adding fuel I want put on the fire.
Well,
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm saying exactly what I want to say here on the air. And I don't care if they record it and play it back in the courtroom. This is what happened. These are facts that I'm saying. This isn't some deposition full of crap that is full of lies and inconsistencies and numerical errors. There are actually errors in there in the math.
I'm not denying that, and I wish you all the luck in the world.
All right.
Yes,
Sir, if you throw out one more cliche, I'm going to smash my own face into the console.
Bird in the hand. It's worth two in the bush.
Fuel in the fire.
All right,
All
Jack.
luck
Fuel
in
in
the
the
world.
fire.
Get home safe.
Thanks, Jack.
One more from Jeff in Philly. Jeff, listening on WYSP. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, I just want to cheer you up, man. We love you here in Philly, and we got your back all the way.
Thanks. Want some Philly representation then in the courtroom.
I'm glad Ant's sharing because I think a lot of guys are going through this crap.
That's it. That's what it is. You know, a lot of people, too, you could just sit there and just, I don't want to say this or that or the other thing. All I'm saying is what happened. If I'm saying anything that I could be sued for, well, then it's a surprise to me. Because, like I said, anything I've said, there are 20 people that could back up everything I'm saying. That's our marriage, in my opinion, I'll even say, at that point that I mentioned earlier, when she was inviting other women into our marriage, that's when I was like, all right, there's an issue. And that was 3 or so years into our marriage. Please, enough. Don't come off like the poor little victim in your deposition.
Let's go to Diana in California. Diana.
Hey, Anthony, you're doing the right thing. That's the problem. You were too nice to her, and she knew you would not go to court, and she knew you would pay her. Now you need to fucking take her. Oh, she's a.
Oops.
Oh, I'm on the radio. Sorry.
Oops.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oops.
She deserves it. And isn't he friends with Howard Stern? Isn't that like his friend?
Well, Dominic Barber, it's known. Yeah, he's good friends with Howard Stern.
Why don't you send some chick over there to fucking seduce him? Oh, sorry.
You are a potty mouth girl. You are just a filthy potty mouth.
I love this. She's saying it, though.
She's
She's saying she's very angry. She's on your side, Anthony.
She's angry.
It messes it up for the rest of us girls, because the same thing happened to my boyfriend with his wife. He just let things go. It was easier to just, pay it and get her, so she would leave, and she took advantage of him.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. Well, let him bring it on this time.
You should have someone go down and seduce him, and then he'll be on your side.
I just can't wait for the day we get the news that Dominic Barber died of an effing heart attack, that bloated mess.
Or how about killed by a drunk driver? That's even better.
That would be nice.
Could have been avoided.
Well, don't do that. Just have some hoochie go down there and take care of him. And
all right, Diana.
I got you, potty mouth.
All right, we got to take a break. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Hit it.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
The Opie and Anthony virus.
I got heartburn. Does anybody have any acid reflux pills? All right, I'm going to be in Cleveland at the Cleveland Improv. Last time I played the Cleveland Improv, I got AIDS in the condo. So hopefully they'll put me up at a hotel. That is March 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, and 1st. Jesus Christ, what am I filming, an independent film? Why am I there so many days? What is that? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Oh, God. Anyways, the number for the Cleveland Improv, I'm going to be there for a month, apparently, is 216-696-4677. Again, that is 216-696-4677. Make sure you guys come down. Pass the word. Can you tell I have a cold sore on my tongue? I'm talking like a fucking retard. Mark, I'm kidding about the cold sore. Don't ooh me.
Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way. If you hold on for one more day, if you hold on for one more day, things will go your way.
Good morning. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. We got MacBooks to give away this week, Anthony. The new fine MacBook.
Yes.
We're doing MacBook karaoke.
It was such a hit last time. Wound up getting a hit song out of it. One that gets stuck in everyone's head. I saw the swings.
All right, yeah. We'll do the hook.
I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign, life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign, no one's gonna drag you up to get into the lights where you belong. But where do you belong?
I had to get my girlfriend a MacBook for her birthday because you slipped up. Opie got his girlfriend a MacBook for Christmas, and then we were talking at this gig I was doing on New Year's Eve, and we were talking Christmas, and you said to my girl, like, yeah, well, my girl got the same thing you did.
Oh,
and I'm like,
no.
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 I swear I bought one, and I just wound up keeping it. And I got her something else because I'm just a greedy ass. I kept it myself. So he's like, did you get her? I'm like, no, I got her this. And she's like, no, he didn't get me a computer, so I had to get her one for her birthday and go, no, he misunderstood.
Oh, no.
Getting a double whammy. It really irritated me.
I cost a couple grand.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's hilarious.
No, it wasn't that bad. No,
actually,
it was a lot less than that.
Well, here's the deal. We got 3 finalists for today, and one of these people will win a MacBook.
Yes.
It's, well, let's get right into it.
MacBook.
One of our finalists comes from Philly. We got 1 from Philly and 2 from New York today. So, this is Christina representing Philly.
Philly, what song are we going to hear?
Take My Breath Away.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game. On this endless ocean, finally lovers know no shame. Turning and returning to some secret place inside.
watching Top Gun.
Yeah, no kidding.
Take my breath away.
Well, there you go, Philly. Christina representing you guys today. Very good voice.
That's a lovely song, isn't it?
I don't know what makes a good voice. Is that a good voice?
That's a pretty good voice.
I wasn't irritated, so I guess it's a good voice.
Yeah, which absolutely means she has no chance at winning.
Well, you never
It
know.
sounded too good.
I don't want people to think that.
I know.
Because we might just throw it at someone that just has an unbelievable voice.
Some
you never
talent.
know. The next one is Jason representing all of New York with I Will Do Anything for Love.
Some days I pray for silence. Some days I pray for soul. Some days I just pray to the God of sex and drums and rock and roll. Maybe I'm lonely and that's all I'm qualified to be. There's just one and only, the one and only promise I can keep. As long as the wheels are turning, as long as the fires are burning, as long as your prayers are coming true.
I should win a Commodore 64.
Ouch.
I don't know. What do you think of Jason?
Oh, was he? He was just a flat ass.
I think that that meatloaf rendition needs a little spice to it.
All right. Christina's still in the lead from Philly. Will Christina win the MacBook? We got one left. Ariana from New York as well. She came up with this for the MacBook today.
Oh my God, a little behind. Jesus.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Congratulations to Ariana from New York. Come on.
Why couldn't she even get a karaoke version? She had to sing along with the actual track.
No, what do you want to do? It's either Christina from Philly with the very good voice or Ariana just making a mockery of Whitney Houston.
Was she trying to make a mockery, or did she just stink?
She just stinks.
I think
absolutely.
she really stinks.
She was really trying. My vote's for Ariana. Ant, it's to you.
You know, just to break this whole thing of people thinking we're only going to give it to
wait. Before you say that.
Yeah.
Bird from Philly, that's so awful. I'm exhausted now. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
What? Where is she from?
New York. Canada Chris, I'd rather pay Anthony's ex-wife for another 2 years than listen to Ariana again. All right.
Here's what I'm thinking.
All right.
You know how American Idol gets its winner at the end of the season?
Yeah.
But a lot of times, the person in second place becomes more popular.
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to actually give the win to the girl that was really kind of singing. Give her the MacBook. But I think this other girl that you're on here, what's her name? Ariana? Yeah. She's going to go far with this show. She's going to be the one that's invited down. She sings it live. Like, the other girl will win, and, you know, you might hear about her every so often, but I see this girl showing up here in the studio to perform. Oh.
Oh my God! Dude, someone is pointing out that she's a full second behind. They figured it out. Jimmy, what do you think? Jimmy, what do you think? It's up to you. I say Ariana. Anthony says Christina. What do you think, Jimmy?
Jason.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Now we're in we're in some kind of a problem.
I don't know.
We all agree that Jason sucked. Right?
Ariana, to be honest, I enjoyed more.
What'd you say?
I enjoyed Ariana more.
Yeah.
Someone is saying a bit pitchy in spots.
Yeah, yo, dog, you were a little pitchy. You're a little behind the lyrics.
It's funny if you look at apartment buildings and you just see dogs throwing themselves out the windows
with their heads tilted.
Stephen from Bayshore is calling her Scariana.
You like Huey Lewis in the news?
That's tough.
Wow.
Because I like her.
Yeah. I mean, believe me.
Spunk and pizzazz.
Don't get me wrong. I love that rendition.
Hey, this is very serious because it is a MacBook. We're not talking about a cute T-shirt and bumper sticker here. So why don't we... here's Christine again, in all fairness, because we played Ariana a lot. All right, it's between Ariana and Christine from Philly, just in case. Here's Christina again, or just a piece.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game. On this endless ocean, finally lovers know no shame. Turning and returning to some secret place inside. Watching in slow motion as you turn around and take my breath away. Take my breath away.
Like,
the thing that's good about her is she'll here's the thing. I like the fact that she kind of stuck with the rules more. Like, she did a pure karaoke version.
Yeah.
Whereas the other chick just kind of... My only problem with the other girl is that she sang with the song. And
with
you could
the
hear
song.
That kind of makes it fun, though.
Oh, believe me, it's fun. Her version is fun. But I just think the other girl did a pretty good job with that song.
All right, I say Ariana. Ann says Christine from Philly. So, Jimmy, it's up to you.
I'm going to have to go with the Philly girl, but can we get a submission from that Ariana girl and do it the way it's supposed to be done, like without singing with Whitney Houston in the background?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that wrecks it for me, is that this girl kind of stuck with it and will get more use out of the actual computer, because she actually probably is someone that really does sing and would use it for the right...
Well, Flying Standby writes, Ariana's version sounds like Whitney Houston now.
Yeah.
Ariana sang it. Bobby Brown was kidney punching her.
Let's say hi to Ariana from New York. Ariana.
Oh,
my phone's ringing. Hold on, let me walk away.
Of course it's ringing.
Of course it is. You're on the
You're a
radio.
star now.
Turn on Opie and Anthony. You're on the radio right now. They're talking about you.
I know. My phone's totally ringing right now. I gotta run away from it.
Run away from it.
Run away.
I gotta run away from it.
Wow. This one is as dumb as they come.
I love it.
Oh, run away.
Yeah, we can't give dummies MacBooks.
Now,
she'll eat it.
Ariana.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
30 years old.
I don't qualify for American Idol.
You what?
I don't qualify for American Idol.
No, but you qualify for this program. And now, why did you sing the song over the original song instead of getting like a karaoke version?
I don't know much about computers. My brother's the expert, and that's the way he recorded me.
Uh-huh. And was he laughing when you recorded it?
My brother, I thought he crapped in his pants. He was crying so hard.
He was crying.
I actually think I'm a good singer.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Because you were doing all those little runs and stuff with Whitney.
Hey, I think I'm as good as Whitney sometimes, but I guess the alcohol wasn't strong enough.
It's pretty close, I got to be honest with you.
Yes, Eli Whitney.
Yeah, maybe I should make some cotton instead.
Oh, wow, she's smart.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy has decided that you do not win the MacBook.
But again, mainly because I enjoyed, to be honest with you, the other girl's a better singer. I enjoyed your version more. Like, I would rather hear your version in a replay.
Yeah.
Could you redo it, though, like, where you're not singing over Whitney Houston? Because then it's like you can't really tell.
And Jimmy, you know the rules, too, right?
What?
It's not necessarily the best singer.
Oh, no, I know.
It's the one that just kind of got you thinking
You
or
guys are pretty
reacting the most.
But it's up to you, so I got to go by your rules. I just wish there was more.
Well, we don't want people out there thinking we're looking for bad singers or really good singers.
Right. Yeah,
it's really on a daily basis. It's really up to us. What the one that got the best reaction from the gang.
Now, would you be willing to maybe come down here and sing the song live?
I'd come in, but I really, really want to win a MacBook. It's for my future sister-in-law. She needs it to do graphics and stuff. It wasn't even for me. I just wanted it for her.
Well, you really want the MacBook, huh?
Oh, yes, very much. It would be a great wedding present for her. She's getting married in 2 months to my brother.
Oh, that's
the
nice.
Recording.
And that would be a very nice wedding gift, right?
No, I'd give her something else.
But you really want the MacBook. I think we got a very easy decision here. Ariana?
Yes?
You do not win the MacBook. So long.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. For a wedding gift, why don't you give her a sister-in-law that can sing?
Yeah.
Like that.
Hey, Christina, if she's listening from Philly, listening on WYSP, congratulations. You just won the unbelievable new MacBook. Create your own music, movies, websites, whatever, and bring it wherever you go. Head to the Apple Store or apple.com to check it out. We'll have more MacBook karaoke tomorrow on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yes.
Hey, we started off nice, though.
That was good. I like that.
Can we bring in Master Poe? Speaking of karaoke, everyone's ranting and raving about Master Poe doing karaoke at my bro's restaurant over the weekend.
Oh, he's a good singer, right?
Absolutely getting some great reviews as we wait for Master Poe to enter the studio and get set up.
Get another listen.
Another listen to Ariana, who came in second place today in MacBook karaoke.
It's wonderful. My favorite spot right there. Oh.
It's like
a flying saucer.
I'm kind of second guessing myself now.
It's
throwing on me a little bit.
No, I think we can definitely get her in here.
I think we made a mistake today.
I don't want to be wishy-washy.
I think we made a mistake.
No, I think we gotta keep the people guessing.
All right.
Can we get Ariana in?
Always be awful submission. You know what'll happen if we give only those people prizes? Everybody's just going to send in goofs of crap. Where we need people that really are serious and think they sound good. Like she thinks she really sounded good. That's why that's so good. If we get people that just start singing badly thinking they're going to win, then there's problems. So we show them by giving it to a girl that can sing.
All right, Christina.
Hi, guys.
Congratulations. You won the MacBook.
Thank you.
Are you a pro?
No, actually I'm not. I've been singing since I was about 2, but I never went pro. I did the whole shitty audition for American Idol, but I just, I've always been passionate about my singing, and I said, my fiance, which, Anthony, I'll talk a few times, was like, you know what, do it.
Wow.
She's a fun gal.
She is a fun gal. Yeah. Listen to her.
She's a fun gal.
And do you do karaoke a lot?
Yeah, I am a karaoke whore.
Whoa! We got a live one on the phones.
Why'd you pick that song to sing?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Why'd you pick that song? It's one of my favorites.
I love Berlin. I'm a big new wave,
Anthony.
big 80s singer. I'm a big new wave.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where do you sing karaoke in Philly?
I do General Grants. I do numerous places. I was karaoke host myself for a couple of years.
Oh,
We were
karaoke
actually
host.
supposed to attend on Saturday night, but unfortunately the weather permitted us to do so.
Oh, that's a shame.
She laughs after everything.
Yeah.
Fun. I like her.
Got a nice laugh there.
Thank you.
She'd be great as a cop going to the door. Hi, your kids are dead.
So you won the MacBook. What are you going to do with the MacBook there, Christina?
What am I going to do with the MacBook?
Yeah.
I'm going to,
Thank you.
No one cares.
Can I say I almost had a wonderful experience? Because the MacBooks have these, they have like a video feature where you can iChat. And I had one of our former winners contacted me. We're just chit-chatting, and I was trying to get her to appear naked, and she wouldn't.
Oh.
She like, I'm loving it, and just chit-chatting about the computer. And I kept like segueing into like the video feature.
Hey, the video feature is great.
It was good. LOL. So you can look at me if you want to.
Camera included.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I know I'm a pig, but she wouldn't go for it.
All right. We got Master Poe in studio. Master Poe.
Hi, Poe.
Hey, guys.
One of our professional killers that protects us, I guess. Right, Poe?
Every day.
Absolutely.
Every day. Congratulations.
Punk.
We had karaoke at F.H. Riley's over the weekend.
Yes.
You have a good time?
I had a wonderful time.
And everyone's saying, ranting and raving about you doing Prince.
I didn't know that.
What song?
He did a couple.
Rain.
Well, Purple Rain and When Doves Cry.
When Doves Cry,
I think people liked When Doves Cry a little better.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
I didn't know I did it that way. I thought it needed help.
No, I didn't need any help. I mean, you get, raves when you sing at FH. You used to sing some duets with Anthony's sister, Dawn.
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
And now you've decided to become a solo artist as far as karaoke goes at FH, right?
Kicked Ann's sister out of the band?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Dawn went solo, too.
Right. Yeah, they broke up as far as a singing duo. How many people, punched it lightly and said, hey, Poe, FH, you know what it means.
Yeah, I think everyone did.
There may have been an incident in the back parking lot, so FH might mean something else to
What's
Poe.
it mean? I haven't been there for karaoke.
Something with F here.
Yeah, that was
F
it.
here, Riley's.
What?
It was, maybe you were gone when we...
No, I was. I don't know what happened. What happened?
There may have been something that happened in a car out back one fine evening at F.H. Riley's.
Yeah, I don't even...
Or maybe not. We really don't know, because I wasn't there. Why are you walking away, Paul?
Outside F.H. Riley's?
In the back, there's a parking lot. A dark parking lot. And something might have been a rockin'.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say
yeah, we don't know
whether I saw anything or not.
Oh, all right.
But then someone nicknamed the joint F here.
Yeah.
Riley's.
What's the F stand for?
Can't say.
So, Poe, we invite you in to sing When Doves Cry, we decided? Yes. When Doves Cry by Prince for everybody, because you did such a great job at F.H. Riley's. Kind of putting you on the spot. I understand it's early in the morning, but people were ranting and raving about you.
All right.
You got performance of the night, so.
I'll do the best I can, but I don't remember all the words, so.
Do you have the words in front of you?
No, I don't.
We didn't.
Oh, we should have printed those out.
How long is it going to take to get lyrics? 30 seconds.
Screaming.
Let me look. I'm actually checking the time on this.
Don't you have to print it up too, though?
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Can you remember some of the lyrics? Could you start without them? I mean,
Yes.
you remember some of them? Let them start without them. That's fine. It'll come to you, because that's what it is with a song. I can't say
We can start the song, and then by the time you get a little confused, they'll have the lyrics in front of you?
Yes.
How's that sound? All right. Why don't we start up the music there for Poe? And we'll get Poe singing a little bit as we go to break. Oh, by the way, Chris Hansen is going to be up next. On the show. And there's the lyrics 30 seconds later.
Wow.
All right, here you go, Poe.
It was exactly 30 seconds.
What's that?
I'm stunned.
We should,
All right, here we go. And, Poe, you can hear the music? Yes.
Yes, I can.
All right, there's the music. We could all hear it. And, ladies and gentlemen, it's Master Poe doing Prince.
Take, if you will, my picture. If you and I engaged in a kiss, the sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling, can you picture? Dream if you dance in a courtyard and oceans and violets in bloom. Animals strike, Curie exposes. They feel the heat between me and you. Alone in the world is so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Touch, if you will, my stomach. Feel how it trembles inside. You got the butterflies all tied up. Don't let me chase you, even doves that pride. Alone in the world is so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Wow.
How can you just leave me standing? Alone in the world is so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. When doves cry. When doves cry.
Master Poe, everyone. Getting rave reviews on the instant feedback.
Oh, yeah.
That's good, Poe. That's good. Good job.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Very, very good. See? That's why you were getting high marks at F.H. Riley's over the weekend. There you go. When we get back, we got Chris Hansen joining the program.
Here's a book with all these predator things. To Catch a Predator right now is a book out.
Yep.
Like I think it's like
protecting your kids from online enemies already in your home.
Right.
Ah.
Hey, Paul. Thumbs up.
Thank you, Hope.
It was good, right?
I had a good time. I don't know if it was good, but I had a good time.
Oops. All right, we got to take a break. We'll continue with the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Get infected. Opie and Anthony! The Opie and Anthony FU line.
Fuck everyone.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I just want to give a big fuck you to all the miserable motherfucking people that find pleasure in their day doing nothing but torturing nice people like myself. You are not gonna motherfuck me. So to all you people, fuck you.
Yeah, I just want to give a big fuck you to my dead grandmother who decided to leave me out of her will, that fucking worthless cunt.
All right, talk to Alan.
Yes.
It's Friday. Fuck you, buddy.
Listen, you fucking cunt who knocked me off the fucking good job. Fuck you! You shitbag cunt!
I would just like to say to my kind and gentle and beautiful ex-wife, Brenda Lee, you know what, Brenda Lee? You are a fucking asshole. You fuck. fucking cunt. Go fuck yourself, cunt. Fuck all y'all.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1. On 92.3 Free FM.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Quickly, before we move on, the point was that there was no music.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
There's some people that just don't get it.
I guess we got to explain everything. The point was that it would sound really bad without the music behind it. All right, our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. In studio, Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
He walks in, I got to be honest with you, I'm like, oh my God, we're all in trouble.
Yeah, he's become kind of that guy that walks in somewhere and you don't want to see it. Used to be, so a reporter from, I guess, 60 Minutes would be the guy that would walk in and you'd go, oh boy.
Mike
now
Wallace.
You're the guy. It's kind of like, oh no, what did I do? Hey, give my mic.
Oh boy.
Jesus, Opie.
I got the mics on. Hello? No, try that one.
That one will work.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. Every time I walk into a place, people kind of go the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to, what did I do? I can't have a...
Well, imagine being one of my kids when something happens. I said, come on in here and have a seat over there.
Yeah, why don't you have a seat over there? It really is. I've noticed a lot of these guys, now To Catch a Predator is just huge. I mean, it got to be very high rated at this point. Everyone knows about it.
If you had asked me when we got this started, if we'd still be doing it, I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, I figured we'd do it 2 or 3 times, and we'd end up, with me just pacing the kitchen and looking like the Maytag repairman with nothing to do. But in fact, that's not what's happened. And we get guys who keep coming. We get guys who talk about the show in the chats.
Yeah.
And show up anyway.
Gosh.
I think the attraction to it is
sometimes.
It's so rare that you get to catch somebody in the act of committing a crime that it's fascinating to watch, especially when you realize what they're doing and who these people are. It's such a cross-section of humanity.
We've seen, a Homeland Security agent. We've had doctors. We've had teachers. We've had people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
In the last investigation, we had a police officer who showed up. This guy had a .38 caliber gun in his pocket. And in his car had an assault rifle, a shotgun, another handgun, hundreds of rounds of ammunition.
Wow.
And videotape equipment.
Oh.
So when he walked in the door and you walked out, what does he do?
Well, this was a unique situation and perhaps fortunate for us because we had actually quit for the night. We had been working very late the night before. The decoys had been chatting with this guy. He was several hours late, and they said, this guy's not coming. So, of course, we leave. We go to the hotel, and the minute we walk into the hotel, cell phones are ringing, and oh, my God. And so he had called the decoy from a payphone and said, I'm 10 minutes out. We scramble, and the best thing that we could do was just get crews out to where the police stopped him at a traffic stop. And so there was no incident.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it worries you to think what might have happened.
Yeah, what might have happened. Yeah. You come strolling out. Could you take a seat right down there? And he starts opening fire on you. Are you nervous about things like that? I mean,
we have a very detailed and strict security protocol that we go through, and I'm comfortable based on that. And we adjusted for each individual house and each area.
Metal detectors built into the
and so we
to the door jam.
Pretty much know what's coming. I mean, remember we've had the benefit of reading the entire chat log,
right?
By the time it gets there. So if the guy talks about guns or violence or we'll change up a little bit so we can protect ourselves.
Yeah, I saw one just recently with the doctor. That guy, obviously, his life destroyed in a split second.
This guy comes in, and again, I've read the chat, so I pretty much know where his head's at. And the way he walks in, and I'm watching on the monitor, he strikes me as the kind of guy who's probably going to stay in chat. And because of who he is, it's probably going to be a very interesting interview. So he comes in, and the decoy says, have a seat over there, pour yourself a beverage. I'm going to go change in my swimsuit.
Some kind of frozen concoction in a blender.
And as you know, sometimes with frozen concoctions in blenders, once they get in the pitcher, they freeze up and it comes out in a big chunk. He's a little nervous anyway, so he goes to pour this thing. It comes out in one big block.
He just looks like a big dope. He pours it out, it spills everywhere.
It spills everywhere. So now he's going to try and clean up his mess and still have this conversation with the decoy who's allegedly changing into a swimsuit around on the other side. So he goes to get a towel, and as he does, he comes so close to where we're set up that he sees the sound man.
Mission control, he sees back there.
And so they get eye contact, and so now he's gone.
Ready to go, yeah.
And so he's out the door,
gone.
and the next thing you know, he's on the phone telling his wife to bring $30,000, but not the kids.
Yeah.
The Sonoma County.
Don't bring the kids. It's something I shouldn't have done, but I did it. And but when the cops come for him, he just knows. You could see him. He goes, no, oh, God.
Well, this cat did not just go on for 15 minutes. I mean, he had been at this for days, and it was very detailed and very explicit. So,
yeah. Chris, speaking of that, we talk about the show all the time here. We want you guys to let one guy go as a goof. Just one guy, like, you know, he's convinced his life is destroyed or the cops are going to go after him. And the cops are outside waiting, but you just kind of let him walk away.
Like he wins the lotto.
Yeah, just one guy.
Apparently, the first couple of shows, I guess you did let them go?
Well, we didn't have a situation in the first couple of shows where police were doing a parallel investigation. We were just doing our story. And in the first one...
Oh, so you did have people leave.
We did have people leave. Now, some of those guys were prosecuted later.
Right.
But, you know, we were kind of figuring this thing out as we went along in the first couple investigations. We were in Long Island for the first one.
So that's got to really frustrate you guys because you're like, wow, we caught a creep here, but we can't do anything, and he is going to just walk away. See, we said that as a goof, but... in your position, that's got to be really frustrating.
Well, that's why when Perverted Justice, the online watchdog group, was approached by the Riverside County Sheriff's Department to have a parallel investigation, we thought that would be worthwhile exploring. Difficult, because you want to have a separation from journalism and law enforcement. We don't want to be a tool of law enforcement, and they don't want to be, you know, an arm of journalism. But we were able to work it out so we could do our investigation. We get our copy of the chat logs from Perverted Justice. Law enforcement gets theirs. We do our thing, and afterwards the police do theirs.
Yeah, there kind of is a separation there. It's almost... It's very noticeable. As a matter of fact, you guys are doing what you do, and then a barrier is crossed, and he is now in the hands of law enforcement.
Pretty much how it works. You know, we have total control over our part of it, and the police and the DA's office has control over its part of it.
What is a pedophile thinking, though? They've discussed your show in the chat log, because they're all aware of the show, I'm sure. When you walk in and then you don't see the person you're supposed to see, and they're like, I'm getting a drink. It's like, why would you keep going in the house? Why don't you just turn around and leave? I mean, you're already caught, but why show up?
Some do. But I think a couple things happen. One, these guys, many of them, develop addictions and compulsions on the Internet to the point where the only thing that will satisfy them is this face-to-face meeting with their dream date. And so they blur this line between fantasy and reality, and they justify it, and they show up, and they're there. And the other thing I think happens is a lot of these guys just figure, it's not going to happen to me. Dateline can't be everywhere. Law enforcement can't be everywhere. And the reality is...
they're right.
They're right.
Yeah.
I mean, the odds are overwhelmingly in their favor.
Are you amazed at how many pedophiles are out there? You brought it to everyone's attention. I had no idea it was an epidemic like this. And now every day we talk about, every day you look at the papers, there's another one of these creeps being arrested for something.
I think that it breaks down into three categories based on our experience. You've got the young guys, 22, 23, who are opportunists. I'm not saying that it's okay to do what they do. It's illegal and they shouldn't be doing it. But in their mind, they don't see anything wrong with setting up a date online with a 13 or 14-year-old girl who may be sexually active anyway. The other group are the hardcore heavy hitters. These guys would be in the park or the playground or the movie theaters. They'd be doing this anyway. And there's this group in the middle who, without the Internet, wouldn't be engaging in this sort of activity. These are the guys who got, hooked into the porn sites, into the chat rooms, and they've really developed.
Well, you really think that they wouldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for the Internet?
I think of the third of the guys who show up in our investigations.
Wow.
I think so.
That's a
It's
bold
addictive.
statement.
It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And remember, there's a difference between the classic definition of a pedophile and some of the people we see.
Right.
We refer to them as predators or potential predators. Pedophile has a very distinct definition. Some of the guys we see meet that definition, some don't.
There are guys that are just sadists and hurt children, and it's got to be very satisfying when you catch one of these animals. But are there any guys that have walked in that you've actually, whether they get arrested or not, that you've actually go, you know what, this guy I believe probably was a first-timer, and anything that you actually believed?
I think so. I mean, almost everybody who comes in says it's their first time, and I'm pretty sure not all of them are telling me.
Yeah.
But I think there are a handful who have come in, it was their first time. And a couple guys, for instance, we had a situation in Long Beach, California, where a guy had been online chatting with the decoy, and he sends his 15-year-old cousin in there to check it out. Now, this poor kid didn't have a clue. You know, he walks in, and I'm talking to him all of a sudden, and he said, well, my cousin, and he really didn't. I mean, they threw him under the bus to see if everything was okay. And he, you know, he wasn't prosecuted, and, you know, he was fine. So
Did they get the cousin?
They did.
Oh. Do you find yourself now, I know a lot of people, especially cops that have to do work like this, they get desensitized to a lot of things. Do you find yourself, because you have to paw through so much of this, you know, smut, do you find yourself getting desensitized a bit?
Not really. What I see is that a lot of these chats follow the same pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the same.
Not that original.
What's going on? How are you? Oh, you're way too young for me. And all of a sudden, well, you know, have you ever thought of older men? Do you do this? Do you that? Do the other thing? But, you know, I need to know what this guy has said and take the nuance so I can do an interview with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm fortunate too because I get to do other stories. So,
right.
I mean, this one gets an enormous amount of attention, and it's really, really important. But I do get to do other stuff.
You're doing other stuff, yeah. Well, my favorites are when you actually have the photos of the guys, a little pixelation, and it's like you sent this photo along, and the guy's just like, yeah, that's me. What can you say at that point? It's so embarrassing.
Who knew that so many people were sending photos like this back and forth? I had no clue.
No.
I didn't know that so many people were hooking up, much less having these kind of conversations.
Yeah, legitimately hooking up. Yeah, there's things going on.
Yeah. I mean, who knew? I didn't.
I don't know. I go to, you know, various news websites.
We did the first one of these, and I was stuck in traffic trying to get over the Throgs Neck Bridge, wondering, gosh, should I just waste tens of thousands of dollars of NBC's money? The producer gets on the phone and says, I got 2 guys due here in 40 minutes. Get here. And from then on, it just was, you know, guys are running into each other.
So
amazing.
You have caught a lot of people, and it's obviously a great thing. You're catching pedophiles, and I know it's discouraging people because a lot of people probably don't do it because they don't want to get busted. What kind of negative reaction? There has to be somebody complaining about it.
Yeah, there are people who think, okay, you should have done it 2 or 3 times, and you made your point. There are people, for instance, in Texas who were critical because they didn't want us doing this investigation in their neighborhood. I would argue that we made that the safest neighborhood in Texas that weekend.
Yeah.
I would argue that we have a lot of security and precautions in place, so everything was safe. I would argue that we are covering a continuing story, and we don't do just one story on the war on terror or the war in Iraq or the economy or the fuel efficiency in vehicles. We're not going to do just one story on this issue either.
Yeah, this isn't going away. It's
well,
not something that's,
I mean,
okay, it's fixed. We can't do a story on it anymore.
I mean, what we've done is, you know, take the same hidden camera techniques that we used in Cambodia for child sex tourism or in India for child slave labor in the silk business, and we turned it towards, you know, the issue of computer predators.
What do you think about people that take a lot of trips to Thailand?
Well, it depends what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, we all know what they're doing. They'll come up with other reasons why they have to be there, but
there's a show that's on before us here.
You might want to give them a call.
You might want to, give them a call.
Oh, is that right?
One of the hosts he has been on the terrorist watch list because he flies so much to Thailand, and it's never business. It's always pleasure, and I don't know, unless you're selling rubber dog dew and need to buy it in bulk, I really see no reason to go there except for the child sex industry.
And we asked the question, like, why do you go to Thailand? And we're doing our own investigation.
It's always very vague. Yeah, we're doing our own investigation.
It's like, they like the beaches. Stop. There's beaches all over the world you can go to.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I have to go there on business. Then you ask a little more. And it's just so vague. Like, they never had to go over there for that even.
Well, you know,
I'm stationed over there, I guess is a good reason, but besides that, I don't know.
There's a lot of that activity over there. We do, you know, do past investigations.
Yeah, you've done in Cambodia, right?
Yeah, we're over there, and that, you know, it's rampant in some of these areas.
Yeah.
You know?
You also just got done in Africa?
We just got back from working on an upcoming story on credit card fraud and identity theft, and we essentially infiltrate a syndicate and work back at every level and through Europe and into Africa. I'll tell you a great story. We were talking to somebody who didn't know that they were on hidden camera as part of this investigation. And essentially, we wire these locations like a predator house. And we had Hansen Discount Electronics and CH Delivery, and so we through every part of this, we get there. And what happens is a lot of these guys unwittingly get sucked into these sweetheart scams, and the people are involved in the buying electronics with stolen credit cards, but they take delivery here in the United States and reship it. So we tell this guy to come in, he's got to pick up his packages, and I'm sitting there in a fleece and a Detroit Tigers ball cap on, and he's going on. I said, where did you meet this girl you're in business with? He said, well, in a chat room. I said, really?
Oh,
he leans over and says, but you got to be careful. I said, it's all in him. Yeah. He says, because that show Dateline will bust you if you're talking to the young girls.
Oh my God, and he's talking to you.
He says, have you seen the show? I said, why, yes, I have. He says, did you see the one last week where the guy walks in for the second time? I said, I saw that. I said, did you see the one where the guy walked in naked? He goes, yeah, that's amazing. And the guys are killing themselves in the back.
Oh, I bet.
And I'm about to say, that Chris Hansen's a pretty sharp guy. that might be pushing it just a hair too far.
Oh, man, what are the odds?
Was he angry at you when he finally realized it?
No.
Ask for a picture?
In a following meeting, we said, look, we think you're being scammed. We need you to help us. And he did, and that's how we got to the next level of the next level.
And do you try to set up the older women? I know that's not as prevalent as the older creeps, but you ever get women coming into the house looking for sex with the young boys? Or?
We have never seen that in our investigation. We profile a case in the book where a woman was involved in this sort of activity and caught. But generally, in our experience, and the experts we talk to have said that when it comes to female predators, they certainly exist. We've seen the high-profile cases of teachers and students, but they like to know their target, whereas a male predator is much more comfortable with the anonymity that's provided on the internet.
Yeah, it almost seems like the women, it's a relationship they're going for in some way.
Right.
It's more than just a sexual encounter. But do you see a complete double standard with the way Deborah LaFave was handled and the way a male predator would be handled in the same situation?
I don't know. I know people have made that criticism, and that maybe she got a break because she's an attractive woman, and I'm sure a lot more went into it than that. I'm sure they look at what are the chances of her reoffending, what treatment, what punishment, that sort of thing.
But I don't even think that would be looked into if the shoe was on the other foot and it was a guy, teacher, a young female student. I don't think they would even look at the fact that, well, would he do it again? Will it? I believe there would be
I think
some jail time there
I
at
think
least.
There's a double standard there.
Yeah,
I think there is.
Hey, we got a question coming in from Jeff from Richfield. Jeff, you're on with Chris Hansen.
Hey, how's it going? I'm just wondering what you guys put in that lemonade to get those guys to talk so much. I can't believe that they admit to so much on the air.
Are you surprised about that a lot, that they do talk?
I think a couple things happen. One, and we've seen this, some of these guys are sort of relieved. I mean, it's a bad situation.
They want to get it off their chest.
They want to get off their chest. And we've had some of these interviews turn into virtual therapy sessions. Guys going back, I've had a 10-year problem with this. I got older, but the people I'm chatting with have not, and they're young, and as bad as it all is, I think they know that they're going to finally get some help in some of these cases. And I also think that now that people are a little more hip to what's potentially going to happen, these guys know that the police might be outside.
Yeah.
Why not hang and chat for a few minutes?
Before they know the inevitable. And let's just, hey, can I have another cookie? These are great. Maybe they'll leave.
Yeah, why cookies and lemonade? This makes everyone happy and comfortable.
It started, we had snacks in the first one, and the young actress who looks even younger, who was working as a decoy, actually just made cookies kind of because there's nothing else.
Anyone talk about how great the cookies are?
We did in Florida. We had the guys compliment.
A fan of the cookies.
You ought to get them sponsored, by the way. You ought to say, sit down and have some country time lemonade. That's some famous cookies.
I'm sure stations, we all know how sales are. Hey, can we sponsor that thing? We can actually sell the beverage. I did notice the decoy was different on one where now you're showing her face. We really didn't get a look at the first decoy, and now the blonde girl, I guess.
Well, she worked for us in Florida in the last investigation. We changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll work with us for a couple investigations in a row. And
I noticed you give her a little more face time in these the latest one. The decoy, was that a conscious decision?
It was kind of the way it worked out. We had been doing that little by little. But it had been successful, so we did a little more on this last one.
It gives it a little more of a creep factor with the guy, and actually
you see the
talking to her.
And what he does, and then she disappears, and I come out. We had one in Texas where the guy wanted some ice, and there was no ice at the bar, so he walks into the kitchen to get the ice, and while he's in there, the decoy disappears, and I come out. So he comes walking back, with the ice, and expecting the girl.
And, what a buzzkill!
Yeah.
And he's always got some kind of line like, "Hey, got some ice, do you?" like when the guy's doing something unexpected, like, "Hey, why don't you just take a seat there?"
Yeah.
Enjoy your cookies.
Hey, what's the? Oh, Jim, you got something?
Okay.
Yeah, we want to get into the book before we take a break. So you got a book called "To Catch a Predator: Protecting Your Kids from Online Enemies Already in Your Home." What's different about this than the TV show? Is, I guess what I wanted to ask.
We had put together a ton of information and important things, especially for parents that we just did not have time to get into on the show. Things like issues like collateral damage. What happens to the wives and children of these guys? Treatment versus punishment. What do we do with these guys? And I've had the benefit of talking to some of the smartest people in psychiatry, law enforcement, and I've looked into the eyes of 250 of these guys. And what I've done is I've taken all that information and distilled it, into 20 things parents can do. Not just, okay, don't do this, don't do that, but ways of initiating a discussion. Things that a kid will keep in their mind to keep them safer online.
Where do you think this comes from, by the way? These guys wanting the real young girls.
There are obviously some people who are predisposed to this, and I think some guys who are open to the idea but who would not do this without the internet spend hours and hours and hours in the chat rooms and on these porn sites, and they get off on the sites that cater to people who are interested in younger targets.
They have on the net too. It's a really weird thing. They have sites that are about young girls, but they're not porn sites. They're just these creepy sites that there was one about this girl Jessie, like we're like almost like parents put up photos of their kids in bikinis and doing all this non-sexual stuff, wink wink, but you know what it is. It's like a really weird line that I think they're having these sites taken down now, but it's almost like legal pedophile sites.
Well, there are sites that obviously are catering to guys who are wired this way, but it's hard for law enforcement to
stay within the boundaries of the law.
To take them down because, okay, so what? What constitutes child porn? And there's a fine line with those sites.
We have to take a break. You want to hang out?
Sure, I got some time.
All right, we got some phone calls coming in for Chris Hansen. The new book's called To Catch a Predator. We'll continue in just a bit. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony virus.
That's right, it is the Opie and Anthony Show. We got Chris Hansen in studio. His new book is To Catch a Predator, Protecting Your Kids from Online Enemies Already in Your Home. And we were talking about some of the scams that are going on out there. And Anthony, you mentioned as I walked back into the studio, black money.
Well, Chris is doing special from Africa, I guess.
Coming up.
Well, Europe also on these scams. We've all seen them in our emails. Somebody from Nigeria kind of drops you a line that says they have $10 million they need to remove from the country, and they need your help. And if you contact these people, they'll string you along and slowly drain you of all your money. One of these things I heard is black money. What they do is they say they take $100 bills and they've dyed them black to get them out of the country, so it doesn't come across as money. And you have to buy a chemical.
What is it supposed to be if it's not money?
Yeah, exactly.
It's in the shape of money, but it's black.
It's in a wallet.
Exactly.
I guess why I'm asking that, it amazes me that people actually fall for some of these scams to begin with.
Yeah.
Something like that is like, why else would they have to get this out of the country?
What they do is they give you a small sample of a chemical, or you have to go to them and they show you how this works, and you'll have all this money. But the chemical is very expensive, and to get as much as you need to de-ink $1 million or so, it's going to cost you a lot of money, and people give them this money. It amazes me that people fall for this.
You look at these things, and on the surface you say, who would fall for that? What are you thinking about? But these scammers are so good at getting people emotionally and mentally invested in this thing, where sometimes people really start to believe they're going to make some money. We had a case in Michigan, county treasurer. who decided to not only invest some of his money, but some of the county's money, allegedly. Right. Of course, that got lost, and now there's a big...
Oh, man, he's in trouble.
Big problem there.
Yeah. It just... any of those scams, I'm so leery of them, and you would think in this day and age... more people would be computer literate enough to recognize a scam or phishing, which, that I was just telling you happened to me the other day. My bank had sent me an email and said that there were charges that they weren't sure of, and click on this link and please put in this info. And I was like, no, this obviously isn't going to my bank. I could see the URL up top. It's different than my bank would be. And you would think people would be more computer savvy in 2007.
Well, I think a lot of folks, get home from work, click on the computer, and they're just trying to get through the emails. Like, I'll get rid of this and do that. I mean, in the credit card fraud story we were talking about earlier, it's on in a couple weeks. One of the victims we profiled did exactly that. Just came home in a hurry and clicked it. Next thing you know, her account is drained. It was her, her ATM card, her debit card.
Did she get her money back?
She did, ultimately, yeah. Yeah, the banks are good about this sort of thing. But what was amazing to me is just the volume of fraud that goes on with stolen identities and stolen credit card numbers. I mean, stuff that every day. I mean, electronics and all kinds of products that are bought and then shipped overseas to sell. It's a $1 billion business.
$1 billion. The internet has opened up a whole new landscape for this too. It used to be, I guess, the old stories of them rummaging through your garbage and find your identity that way. Now you have a virtual online garbage pail to rummage through and steal people's identity that way.
Yeah. I mean, there are ways to protect all that, but I think a lot of people just haven't gotten hip to how to do it, and you got to take that extra minute and think about what you're doing online.
When you look at Mark Foley, or a guy who can get busted by just having something copied and saved, a lot of people who are over the age of 25 don't realize that you can save everything. They don't understand the dangers of it because they didn't grow up with computers.
Hey, I got to go ahead. Answer that.
No, I was just going to say,
I got an interesting call. I want to make sure you
sure,
get to
absolutely. It's just like, you got to teach your kids not to give out all kinds of information on their social networking sites. I mean, these predators, for instance, whether it's a financial predator or a computer sexual predator, these guys are really good at taking bits and pieces from a kid's MySpace and getting into a conversation and grooming the kid over a period of weeks and finding out where they are and setting up a meeting. One of the things is we say be careful of strangers. But some of these predators are so good at developing a relationship, the kid doesn't think it's a stranger.
You built up like an outline of what this kid's about, interests, and now you can kind of talk like you're interested in the same
things. And kids have to know that, that these guys are out there.
Hey, I got an observation. You have a way of looking at people. You're not looking at my soul, are you? Anyone else getting a little paranoid as he just looks deep into your eyes when he talks? It's like, look, man, I have nothing to hide.
All right. Well,
keep your hand
Opie, you barely have nothing to hide.
Like, why is he looking so intensely at me, man? We got Laura from Glen Cove. Laura, you're on with Chris Hansen.
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Chris. I actually work with one of the guys that was featured actually on the show, Eddie. He was a TV producer, supposedly.
Sure, I remember him well. He was he came over to visit us in our first investigation in Long Island.
Yeah, he's definitely creepy. He had actually, it was a rumor going around that he was on it, but no one could find the footage online until finally someone that doesn't even work with us, they actually work in another office in the same building, had pointed it out to us and showed us where to find it.
This was a guy who came over after an explicit online conversation, and he knocks on the door and comes in, and he says to the decoy, tell me you're 19. And she says, well, I already told you that I'm 14. And it goes back and forth and back and forth. It gets pretty tense. Remember, this is the first one, so we're still kind of figuring out.
Feeling it out, sure.
And so finally, the decoy says, well, okay, whatever, I'm 19, and he comes in, and of course I come out, and he says, I knew it, and we go back and forth. He said, I was just, checking this out, I knew it was a sting. I said, well, what do you do for a living? He said, I'm a television producer. I said, ironically, I work in television too. See, this guy sort of, got it.
Yeah.
And, he congratulated us on our good work, and said he was
that's great.
Looking forward to seeing the story.
But he was
free, a reference?
But he was free to go, right?
At that,
because that was early on in
that
whole
first
thing.
investigation. I believe there was only one case that was prosecuted, and that was a New York City firefighter who surfaced in the investigation.
Yeah,
but it did destroy, part of their life. I'm sure it gave him that little kick in the ass not to do it again, perhaps. I don't know. It seems like you're ruining your life.
Well, I think in some cases it probably has. I mean, it's a wake-up call for some of these guys.
Unless you're a lonely, creepy guy in a one-room apartment, with the neon hotel light blinking outside. A lot of these guys have families, jobs that, would just be completely destroyed.
Well, people always ask, what's the profile of one of these guys? Well, as you've seen in the stories and, we talk about in the book, these are guys who come from mainstream American movies. Now, we get, our percentage of creepy-looking fellas, don't get me wrong, but the vast majority of them do not have the word predator tattooed on their forehead.
Were there any times that you felt like you were really in the room with, like, a sociopath, like a real problem who could be a problem for you, or you're in danger?
We've had, I don't know, a couple of tense moments. In California, a military guy was there, and he'd already taken off his shirt, for the hot tub, and walked around and saw us, and we were face to face, and there was a split second there where I thought, this guy is thinking about whacking me. I mean, and he's got the guns to do it. And it was quiet for a minute. I said, come on, let's talk over there. Let's just sit right down over there. And he calmed down, and we had a long conversation about the whole thing.
Well, you do come across, and I think a lot of these guys think you're a cop. When you come out, you don't identify yourself as an officer, but
and you don't see
the way
cameras there.
Yeah. I think it's the way you carry yourself, and you kind of you take control of the situation. You tell them, hey, sit down. You're kind of, presenting yourself as an authority figure, and I think that helps out.
Well, I think some of these guys think I might be with law enforcement. I don't try to be that way. I think some think I might be the father. We've had that. Tell your daughter I'm sorry, I would never do this, or tell your son. But
your daughter's a slut. Jesus.
Hey, real fast, Laura. So what happened to Eddie?
Oh, well, he's still around. I'm not going to say where we work. We were in sales, though, and I could tell he was giving you a pitch there, Chris, when he was talking to you. But I actually took over his old seat with his computer, and me and the IT guy, it must have taken us hours to get all the porn off it.
Really?
Computer, yeah.
That's interesting.
Was it child porn, or was it just regular stuff?
Well, I didn't really want to check it out all that much, but it just seemed like old, regular porn.
I hope you changed out the keyboard.
Yeah, no kidding. But he's still around. You see him?
Yeah, he actually, I was...
This guy's walking free?
Pardon me? Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, we would go out, after work for drinks and stuff, and this is before I even knew, and he would say...
Where Chuck E. Cheese, he would always recommend. Can we go to Chuck E. Cheese tonight?
He would just say really, really nasty stuff. I mean, I can recall some pretty vulgar things he had said, about women that he had been with or what he wanted to do after work and this, that, and the other thing.
Right.
All right.
So.
All right. Thank you, Laura.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Have a good day.
All right, let's go to Eric in New Jersey. Eric.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. Obviously you're dealing with a very serious subject matter, very heavy stuff. I was just curious, is there like a gag reel, no pun intended?
There's not really a gag reel, but,
I would love to see the bloopers.
Clearly,
I really would.
There are some humorous moments that pop up. I mean, for instance, when we did the first one, they started coming so quickly that it was hard to keep the right transcript with the right guy. So I walk out with the transcript. I say, "No, it says here that you came to meet a 13-year-old girl by the name of so and so." No, not me. Hang on. A 14-year-old girl. No, not me.
Not me.
13-year-old girl. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, good.
Okay, we got the right.
You just hope the age keeps going up. 22-year-old. Yes, that was the one.
Yeah, the guy's hoping. He's keeping his fingers crossed.
Oh, made it.
I got past 14. Come on, 15. Let's say hi to Joey in Jersey. Joey.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Listen, I know you guys were talking about credit card fraud or whatever before.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for Chris over there.
Sure.
What happened was, a couple years ago, someone got a hold of my bank card, because I'm an idiot, left it at the ATM machine. And they rung up like $996 on Shop NBC. Now, 2 years later, I thought my bank took care of this. Now I was at Shop NBC, and they're telling me they have absolutely zero record whatsoever. I have no idea what to do about this. My bank says that there's a record of it. Shop NBC has zero record. I went to the highest person I could find there, and they have found nothing in anywhere in their computer systems.
Chris will get right on that for you, sir.
That's right.
Usually the banks are pretty good about tracking this down. If you call the specific fraud, section of the bank, they'll assign somebody to you, and it may take a while, but they're good at tracking it down because they want to make an example of these guys too.
All right.
He did that already. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so don't yell at Chris.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do for you. I'm sorry. Let's say hi to Mary. She's a parent. Mary, Connecticut. What's up?
Hey, Chris. It's Mary, Pierce's mom.
Hey, Mary. How are you?
Good. I just want to thank you.
Well, I appreciate
you
that.
You have addressed and you are taking care of all of our worst fears. And I've always felt, Chris, that you were going to do something very special and important. So I run around my house saying, told ya. So thank you, Chris.
Sounds like a fan.
Oh, you wait, no,
nice
she knows
I appreciate it.
She knows Chris.
Can you hear me?
I sure
Yeah. All right, Mary, thanks.
It's very nice of you. Thank you.
All right, and finally, Mike in Queens. Mike, what's going on?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I got a couple of questions for Chris regarding his show. I mean, I'm all for prosecuting predators and stuff, but it's kind of like not realistic. He never mentions about his decoys, what they're saying to entice these guys into these chats. They really don't mention how they get them. And also, in real case scenarios where children are talking to these predators and stuff, he really doesn't bring up the point that their level of responsibility for that. I mean, hundreds of thousands of children out there are talking like this to people as a form of entertainment, and they're enjoying it, and with the MySpace and all that stuff like that. And it's like, and even Chris, when he's doing this in the form of entertainment with his sarcasm and wisecracks. We laugh at it. I love watching the show, but I watch it for the entertainment value, not the shock value of it.
Well, I'll say a couple of things on that. One, when these decoys from Perverted Justice set up in a chat room, they have a profile that includes a picture that's unmistakably underage. They never make the first move. The guy always makes the first move.
Always.
And in the vast majority of cases, the guy is the one who first brings up sex.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes care of the one issue. In terms of me being a little creative with the questions, I think sometimes that gets a more detailed response from these guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mike. I'm sorry you're disappointed that he's
I'm not
busting
disappointed.
pedophiles out there.
Hey,
Mike's an ass.
let me tell
about
you,
all these 6-year-olds.
Mike,
Jesus.
I'm going to look forward to seeing you on the show.
Yeah. All right, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
We got to leave it there. Go ahead, Jimmy.
The book is called To Catch a Predator. It's just great stuff. Protecting your kids from online enemies in your home. It's a lot more detailed than the show is, obviously. And Chris Hansen, man, you do a great thing.
Thanks, guys. Really,
thank you.
Pleasure being here.
Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going over to XM. If you're not joining us, have a great day.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
XM Satellite Radio. Barry from Pittsburgh. Chris Hansen would be a fun guy to hire to do a surprise birthday party. Can you imagine? Have the guest of honor walk into an unfamiliar place and then have Chris greet him. That would be hilarious.
Why don't you sit down and have some birthday cake?
And just before he has a heart attack, surprise! What do you got, Ant?
Here for Sack.
Got a little package.
I don't know. Why am I opening this? Oh, it says, attention, Anthony.
Aw. What is it?
I don't know. It's a box.
Hopefully it's someone's head.
What is it?
Wait a minute.
It's a USB port missile launcher. What the hell did people give me?
What is that?
You plug it into your computer and you launch little Nerf missiles.
It's great. You should get on your hands and knees and open your asshole and have someone fire them at you, lucky dog.
Said I wasn't gonna.
By the way, I'm looking at my picture with Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
And I don't know how my girlfriend's pussy gets wet. I don't know how she pulls it off. What an ugly motherfucker.
Oh, Jimmy.
Your
girl doesn't think you're ugly. That's what's important.
Face.
It would, but my neck and my hair. What an ugly motherfucker. Give me the Pal Talk camera. I'll show him. It's disgusting.
I don't know which one's working. Mine isn't, of course. Why would it be working?
All right, let's go to Ariana from New York. Ariana.
Hi.
You want to come in and do your dumb song?
Yeah, sure. I'd be very happy to.
You're 30 years old, and unfortunately you came in second place today for the MacBook.
So close.
I voted for you, Ariana.
Thank you. But once I sing all my other Whitney Houston songs, you might have a different opinion.
All right, when you want to come in?
Can I come in tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning it is. You're 30 years old, right?
Yes.
How much of a pig are you, by the way?
Oh, I guess you have to see me to find out. It's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad? At least you're honest.
Aw,
what seems to be the main problem with you? Everyone has their problem. Like Jimmy just pointed out his problem.
Yes.
That's what we do tomorrow. We wake up the ugly people.
Oh, people with problems.
But it's a good thing that I'm kind of not employed right now, so I can come in.
But what kind of problem do you have? Like, are you overweight? Are you short?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm overweight and short, and I have 2 rows of teeth, and I've got one eyebrow that goes all the way across.
Are you kidding or no?
I guess you have to see me.
She's probably cute.
All right, you cannot come in tomorrow because you're not playing along. That's what we do now. So once again, what do you look like?
I'm 5'4". I have, blondish brown hair and brown eyes. And I'm really big on top, but I went to your baseball game in Newark a couple of years ago when everyone was screaming at me to take my shirt off. I wouldn't do it.
How big are the boobs?
Big. I have my husband standing next to me. It's a little hard to talk to you.
How big are your boobs?
Can I tell them? Can I tell them how big
tell them? What's he going to belt you?
Yeah, why couldn't you tell us?
Should.
38F.
38F?
Yeah, that's when the DD doesn't fit anymore and you have to get, more expensive stuff because it'll fit better.
Look, I don't want to insult H-Cup Jane or the other ladies out there, but when you hear, 38F, it just doesn't sound sexy.
F. No.
Like the D sounds sexy. C sounds sexy.
Okay, fine.
Even double D sounds kind of sexy, but then when I'm a 36 F.
Okay.
36 Frankus.
And I'm not saying that it's not, I don't know, but it just doesn't sound sexy is what I'm getting at. You know?
Okay, well that's what it says on the label, but if you want to think it's 38 triple D, that's what it comes out to.
Oh, does it? See, for some reason, the D still sounds sexy, but when you get into those other letters, there's something that happens in your mind. Yeah. I think it's...
Triple D sounds like, a cow. Like full-on milk.
Triple D? No, listen, here, play along at home. 38 triple D. All right, that's all. Now listen. 38 F. F.
Yeah, it doesn't sound sexy.
I know, and it's...
Well, it's good to see it from your perspective, I guess.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm right. It's just in dumb observation. I'm wrong all the time. All right, Ariana, come in tomorrow. Of course, you're probably going to bring your husband, right?
No, he actually has to work. He's the one that makes the money right now. But I would bring my brother because he's a crazy fan of yours.
All right, you can do that.
He loves you guys.
Just tell him no pictures, okay?
No pictures? How about video?
No pictures, no video, and we sign one thing. That's it.
Only etchings. He has to make an etching of us.
And we only sign one thing, and it has to be some kind of product that he bought that put money in our pocket.
Do you have any suggestions?
Any one piece of Opie and Anthony merchandise we will sign. That is it. No pictures, no video, no eye contact, no handshakes.
Oh, he's met you a couple of times, so I'm sure he's got a lot of friends already, so I don't think it matters.
All right. One lousy Opie and Anthony item. That's all we'll sign.
Okay.
And only...
You want me to sing for you? I'm walking downtown right now. I'm sure everyone's going to look at me like I'm nuts.
And only with a gray Sharpie that you have to bring in yourself. Do not ask for a gray Sharpie. You hand the gray Sharpie over. You hand the Opie and Anthony sanctioned product to us. We sign it, and you walk away.
That's how it's got to work.
Fine.
All right?
I'm just happy to meet you guys.
Anything else, Jimmy, that she must abide by?
Shave your box.
Oh. All right.
Okay, I'll get my husband on that when I get home tonight.
All right. No, you can save the singing for tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right, Ariana. You didn't win the MacBook today, but you're a star in my eyes. You were very...
But I won your heart.
You were terrific. Matter of fact, can we play that again? Do we have that over here?
Oh, please. I want to hear that again.
Go for
That's
it.
here it is.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, this was Ariana. We met her today. That's why we like doing the MacBook karaoke. We get to meet some new people, I guess.
You know, I have some tips for people out there how to get that singing voice. I ate Thai food right before that, and I never eat that kind of food, and my mouth was on fire.
And so was your asshole.
Oh, yeah, that ass.
A little burning asshole because food's spicy. All right, Ariana, thank you. This is you once again singing Whitney Houston from earlier this morning, all right?
All right. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow, and you'll be singing this or another one. Here it is.
Yeah, you got it.
You know what's interesting about this? A little observation. She starts right up with Whitney. She's there.
Yeah.
And a mere 4 seconds later, she's a second behind. How does that happen?
With the fucking vocals playing. Like, how do you fuck it up
Right.
when you could hear Whitney singing?
She starts in sync with Whitney, and then literally 4 seconds later, she's already a second behind.
Yeah.
Listen.
We lost it on the will. Wow, is that some awful singing or what? Holy shit.
How great is that? All right. So there you go. She'll be in tomorrow. Oof. Moving on to some other fine things today.
That was cool to have Chris Hansen in.
Yeah, he was good.
It was interesting,
Chris
right?
Hansen.
It's good to see that he's moving on to other things, too.
Yeah. But he knows, that's kind of
That's the bread and butter.
That's a pretty good gig he's got going there.
Yeah. Still getting great ratings. I don't watch it anymore, though.
Yeah, I watch it when it's on.
It seems to be the same old thing to me. And as far as my TV, goes, you got to keep me interested.
I don't know. You go around the channels, though. That's one of those things like that I just can't get enough of because I love seeing people just really getting disappointed because those guys are just whipped into a froth.
Yeah.
And they really want to have sex with these girls, and then when he pops out their face and then it's a two-sided thing because then when they walk it through that garage and the cops bust them, they start crying sometimes. These are the best.
Did you watch anything interesting over the weekend?
No, like I said,
I couldn't find anything to watch. What's going on
Riley's
TV?
pretty much fucked my whole weekend up.
Yeah, I understand that.
Made it real short.
I'm all about just watching videos on YouTube, Break.com, GorillaMass.net. That's what I do now. It's so much more entertaining than TV.
I just watch movies, too. Like movies I've seen, like 28 Days Later, just pulled it out of the old catalog the other day, pulled that DVD out, and go, just going to watch that one.
No,
it's a fun movie.
I rewatched Murderball. That is an amazing documentary.
I never saw that. I have it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, watch it tonight, Jimmy. It's an amazing documentary.
I was watching. My girlfriend and I are going to watch On Golden Pond tonight.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. She loves old people.
Oh, the loons. I was looking for the loons. You're a loon.
I was watching In the Company of Men yesterday. Did you ever see that shit?
Oh, wait a minute. What is that one?
Oh, it's the two office guys make a bet. They want to wreck a girl's life, like they both want to date her, and then just because they're on location for 6 weeks in this office somewhere, and they're like, all right, let's just both date her, we'll get her hopes up, and then just dump her because they're both mad about shit that's happened with women, so they just want to like break her heart. They don't want to kill her, they just want to break her heart.
Yeah.
So there's a deaf girl that works in the office, and they both start seeing her, and there's one of them is a really good looking guy. And there's another guy, there's Chad and Harold. Chad's really a handsome dude, and Harold's kind of like mopey with glasses and dumpy. And so they both start hanging out with this girl, and she talks like that.
Oh, no.
And the one of the guys starts falling for her for real. It's very good, man. It's a brutal movie. Like, you watch it.
The whole premise sounds very brutal.
You watch it, and you really are like, oh, no.
Oh,
really?
Oh, no.
It's cruel.
Who are the stars?
There's no names in it that I recognize.
Huh.
That guy, yeah.
Do you recognize him?
Yeah, he was in something I kind of remember.
Thank you for smoking.
There you go.
He's a good actor.
Oh, thank you. I knew him, but I just didn't know from what. Yeah, from the main guy, and thank you for not smoking, or thank you for smoking, or whatever the hell that movie was called. That was actually I liked.
It's a very uncomfortable film.
Yeah. All right.
Very uncomfortable. In the Company of Men.
There's a Jimmy pick in Company of Men. I checked out Dice's Disaster.
I haven't even fucking given that. I don't know when it's on. I
really feel bad for the guy. It's just awful. There's no buzz about the show. Ugh, it's just awful.
Like, I couldn't tell you when it's on, what channel it's on. I don't know.
This week he was trying to get a makeover. And, like, they were trying to dress him as a metrosexual, and that, you know.
Because he wouldn't do something like that, and it's so outrageous for him to...
Yeah, and then he was thinking about maybe adding some hair in front. So
yeah.
To one of those hair specialists.
Some plugs?
Some plugs.
Yeah, great.
But they have to draw on you, but he doesn't like people touching him, so he had one of his other guys get drawn on. So he didn't even commit to the bit for the show. It's just like, Jesus, dude.
It's so, like, the clips that we've seen so far are so fake and scripted that I can't even, like, get into it as a goof. Like, you know, I'd like to watch it so we could goof on it a little more, but it's not even funny to, like, to goof on. The show aspect of it, he's funny to goof on.
Yeah, you would think we would all watch it just so we could have fun and
just
goof
so we could
on
do
it,
some dice.
But it's so bad that you're not watching it.
Yeah, it's not even fucking goof-onable.
And you're the guy that does dice.
I'd rather just do them in those weird situations like, I'm an astronaut.
Right.
You know, I don't care where we put him.
Right.
It doesn't have to be his own show. I'm a sailor, you know? Da-da-da-da-da. Hey, olive oil. You know, I don't care what he's doing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one episode. I know all those guys. I like Lee Lawrence a lot, and I know Todd, and I know Wheels.
Well, Todd's now out.
Is he out?
Yeah, he's the latest guy that got backstabbed by Dice.
Casualty.
Me and Todd used to meet chicks together. We actually fucking banged a couple of chicks in the room together. Todd has a big hug. Yeah. Todd's a good boy.
I heard some things that now Todd's the one. He's the latest one that's on the outside.
He's always on the outside. Todd.
Yeah, well, you know.
Todd.
He has to go through his punishment stage that could last anywhere from a month to, I don't know, years.
10 years.
What a douche. Someone is saying, hey, have you checked out Black Donnelly's? No, but this weekend people around me started talking about this show, Black Donnelly's.
Right.
And they said it's terrific. I don't know much about it, so I'll stop there. But supposedly it's a show people tell me I should check out. Let's go to Blue Balls from Ohio. Blue Balls.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Don't watch what with girlfriend?
It's In the Company of Men.
Oh, why?
Because the parts that you laugh at, your girl will find so offensive. It's kind of like when you laugh at the funny parts in American Psycho. Any normal chick would just be like, why are you doing this?
So, I need an example, though. You're laughing at what, and she didn't find it funny?
Oh, just the absolute cruelty.
Just don't give away the ending, dude. I'll give you an example.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the ending. Beautiful.
I'll give you an example. There's an example where you could see that the one guy is starting to like the deaf girl a little bit. Or the one guy's talking about his date with her, and he goes, like, yeah, man, just listening to her talk, like, he's like, I'm starting to like her, but, you know, you're just kind of... he's like, well, you're out with her. It's kind of embarrassing. You're just hoping you want to run down a side street, like, you know, when it looks like she was I forget how he put it, like she was straining to talk, but it was such a cruel way he described her talking. You're like, poor girl.
Were you laughing, though?
No, but I mean, that's the kind of thing, because Florentine told me he actually laughed out loud at the theater when he saw it at the worst parts. I couldn't stop. So I know, like, that's what but I'm afraid he's going to say the ending. That's why I jumped in there. I didn't interrupt you, bro.
All right. Thanks, Blue Ball.
All right, thanks, guys.
That could be a good little topic for a while. Stuff you laugh at, then your chick, punches you real hard. Like, how can you laugh at something?
That happened to me years ago with old Bill.
Oh yeah,
old Bill. That was Mickey Rooney played the retard.
Yeah,
and I was sitting on the couch and watching it with my girlfriend.
That truly should be in the comedy section of Blockbuster.
It's just a goof.
An old Mickey Rooney movie called Bill.
And when he's walking down the street and his toupee is like twisted sideways. And he's trying to find my sister, Sarah. And he's just walking like a retard, and I started laughing my ass off. And my girlfriend just, like, wailed me in the arm. She was crying. Shut up!
The best scene is the chicken scene, though.
Oh, boy.
They had Bill over for fried chicken, I think?
It was Dennis Quaid,
Dennis Quaid.
Plays a young filmmaker, and he wants to do a documentary on this guy, Bill.
One of my proudest moments on the Opie and Anthony show as far as interviewing celebrities. I'm a little slow from FH2 myself.
Yeah.
We didn't ask him about all the other great movies he was in.
Dennis Quaid, yeah.
Remember when we just obsessed and just started talking about the movie Bill over and over again? A movie that maybe 1,000 people saw.
Yeah, it was the second we got him on the phone. It was like, hello? And he goes, hey, how you guys doing? I'm like, it's my buddy, Barry, my buddy. And I wouldn't stop doing it. And he was laughing.
He was laughing his ass off.
He thought it was funny.
Yeah, but anyway.
But the movie, it's like this young filmmaker, and he's going to make a documentary out of Bill, who is this guy who it turns out wasn't really retarded when he was a kid. He had some problems, maybe autism, who knows, but they put him in an institution when he was really young, and growing up in an institution made him kind of fucking retarded. So this guy, Barry, who's played by Dennis Quaid, kind of befriends him and gets him a job at the college, and Bill just fucks shit up, and he brings him home one day to meet his parents. And he's got his wife with him and everything. And his mother's making chicken. And he brings out this big thing of chicken.
And they live in an upscale neighborhood in Connecticut or something.
Yeah.
So you can just figure out what the parents are all about.
You can tell the parents are like, oh, get this fucking filthy animal out of my fucking house.
I have no desire to have Bill over for dinner, but they're doing it for their son, I guess.
And she brings out the chicken, and Bill just goes, oh, boy, chicken. And he, with his bare, retard, dirty fucking finger up his ass hand, because, fucking retards, they're just touching everything.
Awful.
Fucking shoving it up his nose, up his ass, touching his dick. And he grabs it with his bare hand, this piece of chicken, and then grabs, like, every piece. And she's the mother's like, oh, you must be hungry, Bill. And Barry starts going, Bill, now remember your diet. And he goes, oh, I like chicken. He's not listening, and just mauling all the pieces of chicken on the tray.
He just piles up his plate with all the chicken.
And then stupid Barry yells at him, and he runs into a corner in the kitchen. And apparently they take the chicken and just put it back on the platter for other fucking people to have to eat. I'd just be like, dude, I'm not fucking eating the retard
Mickey
chicken.
Rooney as Bill with the bad wig, just freaks out, starts screaming, and runs away.
He stands in the corner. I got good hair and good teeth, and I'm a regular good man. He's one of the worst retard movies ever.
They're trying to pull at your heartstrings, but it's hilarious.
It's too funny.
It's hilarious. Let's go to Matt on Long Island. Matt, what's up?
Yeah, I watched him in the company of men with this girl. When it was over, it was like we had just both seen a rape. She wasn't into it at all.
Dude, it's an uncomfortable movie, right?
It's the most uncomfortable movie. It's just, as it's going on, it just gets more and more weird, and you're just sitting there like, how the hell is this going to end? I won't ruin it, but you definitely have to watch it.
And it's not like it's physically violent or that she doesn't get the shit kicked out of her. It's just emotionally, you really feel, you're like, oh, it's really fucking uncomfortable and well done, man.
Yeah.
It's like how to tear down someone emotionally.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Destroy him.
I'm going to have to take a look at that.
Did I tell you that with me and my girlfriend watched recently, and I was,
Whoa. Teary-eyed?
Oh, I was crying.
No, really?
But I've seen it already. I don't know why I was crying. I was just feeling sad.
Can we play a game and try to figure it out?
Okay.
It's a movie?
Mm-hmm.
Popular movie, obviously?
Yes.
Within the last 2 years?
No.
Old school movie?
No, I want to say 6-7 years.
6-7 years. A movie that Jimmy would cry. Oh, yeah, I think you told us already. Sixth Sense.
Oh, did I tell you? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I forgot. All right.
I thought that sounded
I don't
familiar.
remember. I don't remember.
I thought that sounded familiar.
It's funny, as I'm saying it, I'm like, did I say this?
Yeah.
Okay.
The scene in the car.
Yeah, okay, I did.
And the ghost tells Nicolette.
Yeah.
What's her name
the
in
mother
that?
was watching.
Tony,
Colette.
Colette is the mom.
We interviewed her. We tried to look up her skirt, remember?
Yeah. We did try to look up her skirt.
Try to catch her little cooch.
I don't know why, because she didn't look as hot in person as she did in Sixth Sense.
I know, but she had the accent in person, the Australian
She
accent.
was cool. Why are we killing her?
I know. I'm not killing her. I wanted to look at her vag.
She came in to talk about Miss Sunshine, by the way.
Oh, was she in that?
Yeah, she was the mother in that. The ghost tells her character that her mom did see her at her little dance recital. Even though all these years she thought that mom missed out on a big day in her life.
And my girlfriend crying. Not crying last night, though, were you? When I gave you 2 good deep dickings.
Wow.
She got fucking 2 good deep dickings. And we've been fighting, too. We were breaking up. And then,
You've been broken up?
Well, no, just for a day or two. We were fighting. Because I told you over that fat comment really bugged me.
Are you allowed to see other women when you break up for a day or two?
Let's hope so. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I did. I actually, not only was I good when I was in California, but my friend came to the show who does pornography, and I didn't even take her back. We just hung out, and she came to the show, and that was completely innocent.
Look at you. Turning a new leaf.
Regular guy.
Well, when I got home, what a fucking...
Yeah?
Yeah, and then afterwards she starts getting weird. She's afraid of intimacy. She's awful like I am. She's not good with intimacy. So after we have this great sex, she's like talking about our argument. I'm like, why, baby? Are we talking about this now? She's like, no, I'm just saying, I think we need therapy. And I'm like, all right, maybe we do. And then a few minutes later, all of a sudden we're having a little nurse chatter, and my balls are being rubbed, and what do you know? Time for another deep dicking, miss.
Missy.
It was hot, man.
Oh, shit.
She's dirty.
She's fucking dirty. It's great. I can't believe how dirty she is.
That's her shit.
I love her. No, I love that about her. It's that sexy quality, man. She's fucking got that little monster. That's sexy.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to have. I don't want to fuck some square who's just not.
You're square.
Jimmy, I'm not mocking it, but it's your chick. I don't think she wants 2 countries to know that she's got this
No, but you're probably right. Absolutely not.
That's what I'm getting at.
Well, she just probably wasn't to know that she's got my fucking seed shooting around in there, sloshing around in there. 2 fucking potent loads, I might add.
Really?
Oh, yeah, good ones.
Yeah?
How do we know there's not going to be a little Jimmy?
Yeah, she might get
guys
pregnant.
taking precautions?
No. Of course we're taking precautions. Of course she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. She's on the pill and fucking
You
drinks
sure,
gas
though?
after we fuck.
Drinks gas.
Oh, she wants nothing to do with a old toddler.
That is great. Drinks gas.
She doesn't want to be a mom?
Not at this point. I wanted to ask her this question. I was wondering what would happen. Because whenever I go to fly, I say, look, I'll see you, baby, unless my plane crashes and I'm killed and this is the last time you ever see me.
Oh.
Then you'll probably regret, like, all the fights we had and stuff like that, and then I leave. I always say something.
Fuck, you're awful.
I always
you fly every weekend.
Yeah, but chances are, I kind of, like, do that because chances are it's never the last thing you say to somebody.
Oh, because then she'd say, the last thing he said was, if the plane crashes, no one ever says that.
Never. So, I was thinking, what would happen? What would she do? If, like, her pill, like, say she took the wrong day or something and I got her pregnant. And then I was killed in a plane crash coming home. And then she realized she was pregnant.
Oh.
And it was mine.
That baby had hit the ground before your plane did.
You're probably right. Yeah, probably some kind of an experiment like the Tuskegee Airmen or whatever the fuck they were called. Whatever they were called, Tuskegee.
Tuskegee.
Tuskegee, they were called?
Yeah, Tuskegee.
Tuskegee, who the fuck knows? The Jersey Airmen.
I just like to call them.
Like, would she have the baby or was she like...
Yeah, would she
just kill the last?
Like, it would have to be some kind of a in memoriam to you, I guess.
Or would she kill the last remaining piece of me? Maybe I shouldn't phrase it like that.
We should call her and ask her.
No, but I will ask her. No,
ask her.
Get the answer for tomorrow.
I will.
That's your homework assignment.
I want to know.
I'll take home test for you. John in Utah, what's up?
Yeah, my oldest daughter is autistic, and I got punched in the head because of you guys. She was headbutting my friend in the chest, and then she wrapped her arms around him in a hug and was picking him up And he goes, wow, man, she's really strong. I go, yeah, she's got that retard strength. Just thinking of you guys.
Wow.
My wife just turned and just plowed me. The thing that made it so hilarious, though, is we were all just laughing. And she goes, that's not the right to say it. It's like, what else am I supposed to call it?
Yeah. You're the dad. You got to have a little bit of an event.
Yeah, you're just having a little fun, right?
Yeah.
Making your day bearable. All right, John, thank you.
All right.
Got a little, a weird... Don't touch that mic, Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Someone's going to get electrocuted.
Yeah, it goes bzzz now.
We've only been telling people for a while, but yeah, just touch it. Watch what happens. Nope. Nope.
See, you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
It's a little scary, isn't it?
I am, yeah, we're going to watch it in Golden Pond tonight. She'll probably cry watching that.
All right, here we
go.
go.
I'll fuck her. We watch stupid Norman look for his blueberries. I'm going to put her on her stomach and fuck her while Norman's lost. I'm lost. Oh, I couldn't find. You're my knight in shining armor. Blah, blah, blah.
Just pounding away.
I got your blueberries right here. All right, we got a fucked up story coming out of Germany here this morning.
Patrick and Susan are in love. Their love has produced 4 children.
No problem, right?
That is fucked up for Germany.
Huh?
That is fucked up for Germany.
Yeah.
He's in love with a chicken.
What do you think the problem is? You got Patrick, you got Susan. They got 4 kids. What could possibly be wrong with this relationship?
Patrick is gay. Is a woman.
Patrick and Susan, they're married. They have 4 kids. Mm-hmm. But there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
They are brother and sister.
Mm.
What?
That's a good one, Jimmy. That's a good one.
You're crazy. Where does that come from?
Honestly, I don't know. It's just a guess. It's an honest guess.
Their love is also illegal in Germany because Patrick and Susan are brother and sister.
Wow, Jimmy Norton. I swear to you, I did not know that.
You're cheating.
No, I wouldn't have done it. I was only thinking, what could be taboo about? Because you said, here's what gave it away to me. You said, what could it be? Because you stopped it right after married with kids. So I'm like, all right.
But why couldn't it, like, be, he decided to become a chick or something?
I felt like transvestite.
Yeah, maybe that could have been. But I'm like, that was the lucky guess. I never get them right.
Brother and sister, that's nice.
4 kids together, not adopted. I guess the kid... Oh, we'll find out some fun things here.
Sister. People harass us all the time, call us an incest couple. They have no idea who we really are or how it all happened, Patrick says. Patrick spent more than 2 years in jail for sleeping with his sister. To try to prevent a return to jail, Patrick and Susan are currently embroiled in a court struggle that has captivated Germany. The couple is trying to get their relationship legalized.
Ja, das gut, die sister. Yeah, fucking the sister.
Stupid
Caligula used to fuck his sister, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then it can't be all that bad.
It's weird. It's a tough call, though, because, like, you should be able to do it if you want to, but the problem is genetically, can't the kid be fucked up? Like, so you could be making these little misses.
Well, we're going to find that out in a minute or two here.
Oh,
but,
boy.
It's a little weird, man. For kids, they swear they're in love. There's a little twist to the story.
That's fucked up. How the fuck do you do that? Just, like, there's no way.
At least you know your in-laws.
Yeah, the family gatherings are small.
That is really fucked up.
You wouldn't do that?
Ew. No, stop.
No, I'm just saying, I want you guys to picture your sister.
No,
I mean, would you? Like,
and you do it at the same time.
Easy.
Picture yours.
We all have sisters.
No, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, well,
All
let's
right,
play.
forget it. No.
You give your sister, Jimmy.
What?
I actually can't do it.
A good ass fucking? Just bend her over and fuck her in the ass?
I'm thinking of her strapping one on and teaching me a brotherly lesson.
Having these dirty thoughts.
No, I can't even comprehend it. It's just it's gross on a level that it's supposed to be gross on.
Just look down at your sister's face while you're kid fucking her.
What do you think, Jimmy? You started this game.
I know, but I wasn't thinking of my own sibling.
Let's have some fun here.
You're squeezing her tits together. Your cock is going in and out.
What do you think, Jimmy?
How's
that
name?
smoothie?
Jimmy, then you just shoot a hot load in her face.
You started this game.
Fucking sisterly love.
Your turn.
All right.
No.
Picture your sister. Picture her laying on her back.
Sure.
And her head's hanging over the bed. And you're fucking her, and she goes... and you're fucking her throat. And you're fucking her throat. And she says, I'm going to tell Mom. This is just gross.
And she leans over and tells Mom.
By the way, this is today's boner.
This is awful.
Today's boner
really
is
hard.
sponsored by incest.
Grandmothers are easier.
All right,
because grandmother, everyone has a grandmother, whether she's alive or dead.
Yeah.
Like a grandmother, but a sister, it's just too specific.
Really creepy.
Hey, the phones are lit. I don't know why. This could get a little ugly.
What?
Let's get to the rest of the story.
I got a worse one for you.
What? Picture.
I don't know if, no, he has a brother. You have brothers. I don't have brothers, so it's not fair.
Yeah, you can't do brother abuse if you don't have a brother yourself.
Fair
We all have sisters, so keep it fair. Keep it fair. All right.
Is it gross, though? Honestly, let me ask people with brothers in general. Is it gross to picture your brother sucking your cock?
I said keep it fair.
That's probably the worst. Picture looking down and you're seeing your brother's face. Like, not only hold it, but look up with his eyebrows raised. Like, am I doing it good?
All right.
Oh, is that awful?
Is that gross?
I'm tapping out.
Yeah, that would be gross.
Would you be able to come?
Maybe. If he's good.
But no, but because you'd be all shamed because it's your brother and your dick is like limp like a noodle. But he's angry, so he's got your balls in his hand and he sucks it and he puts your finger down by your ass. He's like,
Oh, you're horrid.
Is that gross?
Yeah, that would qualify as being gross.
I have 4 brothers. I have 4 brothers. When you just had that picture, picture that scenario, I actually pictured one in general.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
It's funny.
That is bad. You had to pick a favorite.
Right, I had to pick. All right, here. More to the story coming out of Germany.
Many other European countries long ago lifted bans on incestuous sex, and Dr. Endrik Wilhelm wants to take Patrick and Susan's case to Germany's highest court.
Incest is not socially harmful, and only socially harmful behavior may be punished.
Like
and
being
no government is allowed to punish behavior that is not harmful to society.
Not harmful.
Now, at this point, if they break this couple up, doesn't it affect the children? The children don't know any better.
They would be put on a boxcar. Yeah.
It's very weird. What do you do? I mean, I don't know.
Are their kids fucked up?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know. The kids messed up. You got to think how it's going to affect the kids, too. I mean, they have to grow up with this, and are they going to all have incest, too? Like, is pedophilia? I don't know.
It's Germany. They're fucked up anyway.
Hey, Redding writes, imagine your sister cheating on you with your brother.
Can you guys? No, can you picture?
All right, stop, Jeff.
I'm just curious what it would be like. Like there's a girl, there's a woman on her stomach, and her pants are pulled down to her mid thigh. You have your hands wrapped under her legs, and you're licking her pussy, and your nose is kind of by her ass, and her ass stinks. And you look up, and your mom turns around and just pushes her ass back. Like,
oh God.
You know how awful mom ass must stink?
Oh my God. Yeah. Took our cute little game from Friday and fucked it all up, huh?
I didn't hear it Friday.
Really did.
We just had a cute little game. Picture your grandma
naked.
But you have to always...
With a come hither look.
Yeah.
She looks over her shoulder, gives it a little wow, and her, flabby ass is there.
How about this? Picture your grandmother with her 3 fingers in her pussy, and she pulls them out and wipes them on your mouth, and then you suck at her fingers.
All right. A wrinkly finger.
Let's get to the end of this incest story.
You could,
Grandma.
And you could smell the metallic charm bracelet right by your nose. That's how far she puts her hand in.
And one of the charms on it is you, because she's a little grandkid.
Here we go.
The first 2 of Patrick and Susan's children were born with disabilities, legal documents say, though it is not known whether these disabilities are related to incest. Youth welfare services have taken all but one of their 4 children away from them. The first child just kind of happened. Then they took the second one away from us, so we wanted to have another one, because we'd already lost so much, Patrick says. Patrick and Susan didn't know of each other's existence until they were teens. Patrick was raised by foster parents. Later, he found his real mother and his sister. After their mother died, the 2 continued to live together and ended up falling in love. Now they say All they want is to live like a normal family.
So they didn't know each other.
They didn't know each other until their teens? All right. Now all bets are off.
Still got to say no. I say it's much better with a half-brother or sister simply because of the genetics. The genetics
I mean genetically and stuff like that, but you can't blame them for banging her.
Oh, no, not at all.
You know, like if they just met in their teens, you gotta throw her one.
Yeah, that's a blood I couldn't do that with somebody who's blood,
man.
Who knows, though? You don't know her. She's a stranger.
Yeah, but at least just fuck her ass. I mean, why do you have to get her to knock her up?
You're looking at her. She looks like you with a wig on. Like that?
Hope not. Jesus. Get goatee burn.
I'm just saying this.
My balls.
The similarities, though.
Both of you doing impressions at the same time?
No, they knew they were brother and sister, though, when they met, right?
Yeah.
No, okay, that's weird. If you don't know and then all of a sudden you're doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All right. We're going to take a break. Can
we picture more stuff later?
Yeah, I got a doozy. Let's think of picturing stuff.
You want to do it now or after the break?
What's your doozy?
All right, let's end it with this doozy.
All right.
So maybe we can regroup.
All right, picture, just picture your dad in boxers, and all of a sudden he calls you over, and he tries to push your head onto his cock. And you're like, what are you doing? And she's like... Oh, God. Is that the most awful thing?
It's horrid.
I want everyone out there in TV, in radio world to just pause for a moment.
He just goes...
Yeah, come on.
No, like almost pulls your hair.
In the morning.
Suppressed memories.
All right.
We interrupt this program to bring you the Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
Hey, Izzy, what's up?
Izzy?
Izzy!
Hey, sorry, guys.
It's all right. You're from Teaneck. What do you got?
I saw the funniest damn midget sighting I ever saw. Guy hacking away at the ice with a shovel twice his size.
Oh, you called earlier and I couldn't get to you. It said you saw a midget with a huge shovel.
Yeah.
A huge snow shovel.
He had these teeny little boots like they protect them from an inch of snow.
Teeny little boots. And they don't make midget shovels, so he had a full-size snow shovel?
They do, they're called spoons.
He had to like hold it at the handle right next to the shovel.
Yeah.
And the handle part was like swinging around.
It's got no leverage.
He made eye contact with me. I was laughing so hard and kind of scurried away.
He just kind of waddled away like a roach.
So sad.
Back into hiding.
It was so funny, man.
God, that is funny with the oversized shovel.
Big shovel. He can only take like quarter shovelfuls at a time. His little arms.
The snow piles were up to like his shoulder.
It wasn't up to his shoulder, dude.
And he was kind of hacking away at the ice. It was so funny to watch.
Might have been if it like he got plowed in or something.
Yeah, you
could have been up to his shoulder. And it's all icy now. Oh, that's terrible. Poor little fidget.
Thank you, sir.
Talk to you later.
Yep.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
Getting into other things today, Trump is just terrific. Donald Trump went off.
Is he just yelling at people now to get publicity? He's like calling people names and...
Call him the Donald.
The Donald.
Well, it all started with Rosie.
And he got a lot of publicity from that.
And I think something clicked inside. The Apprentice just getting horrific ratings this time around.
No one's watching it.
I think that show's just about done. Although I think they signed him for another 2 or something like that. But the ratings are not kind. And then he went after us, which is, trust me, I know we're not a huge target. But he had his problem with us all of a sudden. And now this is where it gets interesting. It was all fun and games, but now he's just going after Bush.
Whoa, what a rebel. Who isn't?
Exactly. Defend Bush if you want to be rebellious.
Well, I don't think...
That's what the South Park guys were saying, Matt and Trey.
What were they saying?
They're saying, like, you want to be a rebel these days? He goes, go to some, Hollywood event and just praise George Bush. He goes, bashing him is, not a rebellious thing to do. Everyone's doing it. So him bashing Bush now, he's a little late.
You think he's late to the party?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he does it differently than most celebrities.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I think.
I hadn't heard it, so.
I think the celebrities that do go after Bush kind of puss out in the end. They really do.
For Donald.
Yeah, let's take a listen. This is what Trump had to say about Bush.
The war is a total disaster. It's a catastrophe, nothing less. It is such a shame that this took place. In fact, I gained a lot of respect for our current president's father by the fact that he had the sense not to go into Iraq. He won the war and then said, let's not go the rest of the way, and he turned out to be right. And Saddam Hussein, whether they like him or didn't like him, he hated terrorists. He'd shoot and kill terrorists. When terrorists came into this country, which he did control and he did dominate, he would kill terrorists. Now it's a breeding ground for terrorists.
Do we know that? Is that documented?
Probably, I'm going to guess he's right simply because he was probably afraid they'd go after him. But he wouldn't have hated terrorists who are targeting the United States. Come on, stop it.
Well, that's what I want to know. Like, how does he know? How does he know that info?
And let me tell you something. One danger. I'm not defending Bush, but the bottom line is he did have enough fucking access to chemicals and things like that. Don't think he wouldn't have given that to somebody who was going to use it here. That's to be the only danger he posed.
Didn't like us. That's for sure.
He hated us,
to say the least.
Although we should have let him keep Kuwait and then take Saudi Arabia. That's the only reason we went in. We don't give a fuck about Kuwait. You gotta protect Saudi Arabia because they were next. Fucking lapdogs of Saudi Arabia. That's what we are. What a fucking... I sound like a 19-year-old fresh out of college. Man, we're all the government, man. But we really are.
The government, man.
We are just a fucking an arm of Saudi Arabia. It's disgusting.
Well, they really run the country. Everyone knows that.
So they got the Earl.
And they got a lot invested in this country. And if they took all their investments out...
we'd be fine.
We'd be fine.
Yeah,
as a country.
We'd be all right.
Chinese.
I read
That's what you got to worry about.
I read that in a book once.
The Chinese are the ones that have all our money.
Well, they're the ones that are coming. The Chinese are on their way.
You know, Chinese have a lot of our cash, just our liquid assets. A lot of American dollar bills are in the Chinese hands. Kind of a little scary.
No, it's not. We'll just print more.
Print more?
Yeah.
All right.
Let them have that. Who cares?
You got a printer?
Huh?
We'll go over your house. We'll start first. Start there. Everybody just a printing.
See the war protesters all over the place over the weekend?
Yeah.
Tim Robbins takes some chances.
I hate the war protesters, by the way,
too.
and not for the reason that they're protesting the war.
I was thinking to myself, can I even hang with these people?
Yeah.
That's the problem. They're just strange people in general.
It has nothing to do with their view of the war.
I'm not even talking about their beliefs and all that blah, blah, blah. It's the actual persons.
I don't like them as people.
They kind of look creepy and just, I don't know, there's something about them.
And their methods, I mean, blocking traffic. They were going to go down to Wall Street today, I guess, and just screw up Wall Street.
I think they were doing some things yesterday, too, in the city, because I know it took me forever to get back in the city yesterday.
Yeah, it's just, and it really isn't doing anything. I'm sorry. It's just not. People become aware of a war based on whatever, the way their own knowledge, things like that. You're not telling us anything new, anything we all don't know.
Kelly from Charlotte, good for you, Jim. You get at least a little what Bush is doing.
That's Bush, you fucking... It's every president. Do you think that started now? Just because he's from Texas and there's oil in Texas? Every fucking president's had... No one's just had the balls to just kick Saudi Arabia and go, fuck off. We're not dealing with you anymore. Just go to Alaska and take the oil.
Yeah.
Stupid environmentalists.
I love that whole Alaska thing.
Exactly.
Pump it dry.
Let's go to Kurt in the Poconos.
It's beautiful, kind of. Who gives a shit?
Who's
it's ours.
been there?
I care.
What do you go, look at Eskimos?
Who's been there? That's what I want to know. Everyone's going, oh, Alaska's pristine and beautiful and has to be left. Who the fuck? 99.9% of the people living in the United States have never even fucking seen any of Alaska. Who cares? Who cares?
Cruise ships.
Look at how many cruise ships.
They go right up to the icebergs.
Go the other way.
It's a
go a little further the other way.
You'll never ever get again in your lifetime.
Don't care about Alaska. Need the oil.
I wouldn't mind seeing an iceberg.
And if you're lucky, you watch the iceberg kind of fall.
So you go to the North Atlantic.
Yeah.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Find an iceberg.
Yeah.
Titanic did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do that.
Fucking Juneau. They should do testing on people in Juneau.
Juneau.
Alaska stinks.
Brian from Rhode Island.
I'm going to be in Rhode Island Wednesday, Not that matters.
Brian, go down and see Jimmy.
Well, I don't know. Wait a minute. What's Brian saying?
Doesn't matter. Go down and see Jimmy.
Saw the Money Snatch video on your website. Do we have that from Friday's show? Are we allowed to have it on our website?
You guys did Money Snatch?
Well, we kind of ran it through the Institute, the ONA Institute, where we test out things, and Patty was the one that tested it out.
We invited a lot of people for the walkover, so out there was, I don't know, it was close to 50, 60 people.
A lot of people.
And it was a horrible day weather-wise, and we got Stalker Patty naked.
Ew. First we had her masturbate with a dildo, a vibrator, so she put it on her clit and started, but she wouldn't. She kept going, and then she'd pull it away and open her eyes real wide. And we tell her, what are you doing? You're stopping right before you hit, you hit your stride there. Have your fucking orgasm.
She got paralyzed for a little bit.
And then she was, her legs were paralyzed, and she said she was all moist. Like she fucking finally came or something.
What a dirty horse she's turned into.
Yeah, she really has.
Here's the video. This is on Opie and Anthony? There's Patty. Wait.
There she is with the bag on her head now, naked on all fours.
Naked, doing Money Snatch, because we want to try it out before we actually get the girls in here. So she's picking up all the money. There was, I don't know, almost $200 down on the floor. When it was all said and done, there's Patty, bag on her head. She's got her red socks. She's running around quickly trying to get all the money. We didn't give a shit about her shoving the money up her twat. While she's doing this, we're handing out cups of fake jizz that we kind of, got together.
And
tried a few concoctions until we got the right one. And then we handed out rubber balls to everybody, and watch what happens in 3, 2, 1.
No, she's putting him in a condom right now.
All right.
And then she's going to try to shove it up her pussy.
She has no idea that we just handed out 1,000,000 red balls and fake jizz to the fine listeners that were here.
She's got to pick up the money
Friday.
and stick it up her snatch. So now she's trying to stick it up her snatch.
Did she get $1.50 up there?
Yeah, really. And she's trying her best, and now the rubber balls are slamming into her, and she's getting drenched with fake jism.
A bunch of creep.
Look at the balls. Know who the creep is? Danny wails her as hard as he can.
Yeah.
Like point blank range.
Right in the face.
Right in the face.
Why?
Oh, it was hysterical.
So there you go. I guess the video is up on opieandanthony.com. Money Snatch, Stalker Patty Crawls Naked for Money is what it's titled.
And what's the problem?
Oh boy. Now I lost the problem.
Opie.
Brian, okay. Saw the Money Snatch video on your website. Hope this kind of crap will become a regular part of the show.
Yeah, because it has every day. Shut up, dick.
Seemed a little too Stern-like to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he writes. We've been doing this type of thing ever since Boston.
And we haven't done it in quite a while, so we decided to... First of all, Patty... oh, you don't even know. Just shut up. Fucking asshole.
The degradation humor gets old quick. You guys are great at pointing out the phonies and the hypocrites. We've been doing this type of radio since AF days.
Guy doesn't get it.
You should just make a guy like that call in instead of reading what he says.
I try, but they keep hiding. They can call anytime they want. Let's go to Kurt in the Poconos. Kurt.
Off.
What's up, boys?
Welcome aboard, Kurt.
Jimmy, you're a comic genius, brother.
Oh, thanks, Kurt. It's a little exaggeration. But...
All right, hold on, Kurt.
All right.
See, I'm trying not to read his feedback as much because it's a distraction after a while. But Dan and PA, he didn't get the joke. You guys are fucking morons. You hate protesters. It's called exercise in democracy.
Oh, God. We didn't say that's the part of it that we hate, you dumb fuck. God, do people not listen? They don't fucking listen.
I drove by some of the anti-war protests in Huntington yesterday, and then I saw some as I got back in Manhattan, and I was just saying the type of people I saw yesterday, the type of people I personally wouldn't hang out with, they seemed a little creepy to me. Not talking about why they're protesting or any of that shit. Yeah. Just looking at the individual, I'm like, wow, it takes a kind of unique person to actually do this. Someone I probably wouldn't hang out with.
People don't fucking listen.
No, they don't.
And we said that to keep people from thinking what that idiot just wrote.
I'm the one who said they shouldn't be allowed to protest because that First Amendment's a bunch of bunk.
That's right. I agree.
Malarkey.
We ought to revoke that First Amendment. Repeal it.
I mean, you should be able to say whatever you want, but don't criticize the government.
All right, now
No.
And now Dan continues.
He does.
Anthony, again, you demonstrate your ignorance.
Thank you. What?
Alaska would provide 1 month's worth of oil, and we wouldn't get it for 10 years.
Oh, God, I love... Where you pull those numbers out? What? Your mom's asshole? Did you pull those numbers out, your mom's asshole? That's it, huh?
A few people will get rich on it. though at the expense of a national treasure.
Yeah, man. Shut up.
Go back.
Shut the fuck up.
Go back to sleep, you fucking ham and egger.
Ham and egger?
I don't know what that means.
That's Ronnie's word for a guy that works 9 to 5.
Oh.
A ham and egger.
Oh, all right. Well, but you don't work 9 to 5.
Go back to
No,
sleep.
I don't.
Oh, because he's awake, man.
Yeah,
He
go back to
gets it,
sleep.
man.
Figuratively speaking,
You
go
don't
back
get
to
it,
sleep.
man.
10 months. You know, so you fucking, the guy's talking out his ass.
And
Alaska's got plenty of Earl.
A month worth of oil is worth it to destroy that shithouse that is Alaska. A matter of fact,
Nothing.
I think Alaska should be destroyed for a gallon of gas. You fucking shut up. The environment's overrated. We don't need it.
For one lousy trip to the country.
That's some dickhead whose head is just full of fucking bullshit he's heard from his buddies.
Full of college puking
Fucking
and jizz.
Read a book, asshole.
That's right. Or stop reading. It's making you too fancy.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, what's wrong with college? I went to college.
College is for queers. College is for college.
College is for tears.
College.
Hey, let's say hi to Kurt in the Poconos again. All right, Kurt, what do you got?
Yeah. You were right. I was questioning the same thing about Trump killing terrorists. The guy all on the news right now, the mastermind behind 9/11, he was harboring. They called him in Iraq. You know, the guy that planned everything. You see in the news now?
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. Is there anything he hasn't taken credit for?
I know.
This fucking father from Laverne and Shirley. Enough with this guy. I've had enough of Ron Jeremy. Fucking claiming everything.
He did claim he claimed everything.
And Rosie defending him. It's like, Rosie is just, it's like, do you have to be such an irrelevant
Did
cunt?
Rosie, what did Rosie say?
Oh, just more liberal nonsense about Guantanamo Bay and fucking, it's like, Jesus.
Defended him?
Yeah, like,
The guy, one thing he did fess to that I know is true, he single-handedly cut off fucking Pearl's head.
I don't know if that's true or not.
He
Pearl's
said-
family doesn't believe him.
Well, you know something? You see the guy that fucking did it? Sure does, is built like him. The guy was wearing a mask and stuff, but is same fucking, like, big, dumpy fucking shape.
They arrested those guys already.
Yeah, I think it was him.
Maybe it was.
I think he cut his head off.
The camera work on the Daniel Pearl one was awful.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you got there?
Very good fucking cinematographer.
Real quick.
Yeah.
For a beheading.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Go ahead.
Hey, I sent you guys some Special Forces T-shirts last summer. Did you guys get those?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, I wear it all the time.
Do you? Seriously?
Yeah.
They're nice, aren't they?
Thank you.
We get a lot of T-shirts, but that was one of the ones I actually kept and I wear.
Very cool, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All
Good. All right, Kurt. We got.
Did you get it?
I swear to God, I wear his.
Oh, I
It's
don't.
a special ops T-shirt.
No idea.
I don't have mine.
Matt on Long Island, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I just wanted to call in. I'm a veteran of the Iraqi war, and I just wanted to say these protesters, fucking bullshit, because they're sitting there the whole, don't support the war, but support the troops. But in all honesty, to support the troops, you do have to support the war, because nothing kills the troops' morale more than a bunch of people saying, oh, we're doing horrible in Iraq, we're getting our asses kicked. That's not what we want to fucking read when we get the newspapers from home or see the shit on the news.
I didn't see any of that yesterday where they actually were saying support the troops. I didn't really see that part of it yesterday,
The problem is I'm so sick of it. Like when you look at these way these religions are just they're killing each other in marketplaces. They're just savages. They're fucking bombing their own civilians going to the market.
Kids.
They're just awful.
Yeah.
They're just fucking awful. And there's no way to explain that away. There's no way to fucking throw around the word imperialism and the U.S. interference. They would have been doing that shit a long time ago if Saddam allowed that stuff to be going on.
Yeah.
That's just that religious stuff. They're fucking barbarians.
Saddam kept him in check.
Yeah, I love Saddam. Now, I really wish that we didn't yank him out.
Yeah.
He killed everybody.
He really did.
He was a good boy.
Matt, thank you.
Hey, no problem, guys.
All right, man.
And he kept Iran in check, too. That fucking Iranian president would be fucking minding his P's and Q's right now if Saddam was still bumbling around.
Yeah. He was the Iron Fist over there.
He certainly was.
The wild card, whatever you want to call him. He was the guy they were like, oh, boy, we can't do this because that nut will fucking come storming over here with some gas bombs.
But we want fucking instilled democracy and a bunch of people that think that a clit is not part of the premium package. You have to fucking order it separately.
Hey, let's go to Brandon in Chicago. Brandon.
Hey, what's up? I was in Alaska for a year, and you guys are right. Alaska sucks ass big time.
A bunch of guys that look like just drunks Bunch of Eskimo alkies.
Yeah.
Drinking and making igloos and falling.
They fucking ice fishing.
They sniff
There's,
of course they do.
Surprisingly, a bunch of homeless people up there on the corner holding up these well tusks and shit, trying to sell it.
It's just a haven for people that really couldn't make it in the United States, so they went up there to like get big money for working up there on oil rigs and shit. And you know, it's there's nothing going on up there. I hear there's like 8 guys for every girl. You can't find any women up there. And the ones you do are these Eskimo women.
Hot, right?
Oh no,
hot, right?
Bunch of Asians up there. Fuck a walrus.
Bunch of Asians.
Yeah, nobody likes a bunch of mongoloids fucking running around, fucking going in the snow. That's what Alaska is.
Yeah.
Fuck the Alaska right in its mouth. It's a bunch of people going in snow piles. Yes, it is. Shut up, would you, sir? I'm on a roll.
You gotta know when to shut up, Brandon. We were gonna get 10 minutes of Jimmy.
Bunch of people fucking drinking liquor and not working and waking up at noon and going in the snow.
That's exactly.
Bunch of fatzos and blubber. Bunch of fucking blubber. They love blubber.
They rub noses together. They just
won't
That's
stop.
how they fuck.
Do you honestly think you're that important to this conversation at this point?
Bunch of fucking blubber lovers.
You
Blubber lover.
You get the assist to Jimmy. Thank you.
It's my birthday, and for a cake, the Carvel in fucking Alaska is just a Fudgy the Whale blubber cake. It's a big piece of whale blubber. It's shapeless with a fucking candle in it, and the fucking kid blows it out and then wears it because it's cold.
And then he goes outside with
in the snow with his feet.
Yeah.
Fat little brown Eskimo feet.
And they kiss nicely, though.
Yeah, they rub noses.
They probably do that because they all have just horrific breath.
They do. It's all
from eating blubber.
Yeah, they figured out this is the best way to, to avoid the breath.
It's blubber breath. And instead of getting educated, they do scrimshaw. They fucking carve a ship on a whale clit.
And then go outside and do what, Jimmy?
In the snow.
In the snow.
And their hands are going up and down. They're just making snowballs, but not good snowballs. Just like,
yeah, they're just kind of throwing the snow over their head.
They're just hoping it makes something.
They toboggan on garbage lids, down fucking dump hills, down landfill hills.
Just picture like pieces of blubber stuck in between the teeth. They haven't brushed their teeth in a while. It's just rotting away.
Bunch of fucking igloos. There's not even buildings in Alaska. It's all igloos.
They should just all be like black and wet from crude oil coming out of geysers, just falling on them.
Their family pets should be covered in oil.
Should be covered in oil.
Yeah.
Their fucking fur that they wear should just all be flattened down and black and covered with oil.
Alaska's for queers. There's not even any wildlife there. It's like fucking 3 birds and a couple of fish.
That's it. A couple of fish, maybe a fucking polar bear.
If I want fish, I'll go to the fish hatchery in the Bronx.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make
you
your
fish
own.
anywhere.
Fish suck.
Can't get oil anywhere.
Yeah.
Just we got more Trump on Bush.
Who do you blame? Well, there's only one person you can blame, and that's our current president. I mean, obviously, Rumsfeld was a disaster, and other people that are giving him advice have been a disaster. And Condoleezza Rice, who's a lovely woman, but she never makes a deal. She doesn't make deals. She waves. She gets off the plane. She waves. She sits down with some dictator, 45-degree angle. They do the camera shot. She waves again. She gets back on the plane. She waves. No deal ever happens. So, I mean...
You got to close a deal at some point.
You got to make deals. The world is dying to make deals.
Hey, you got to give him that one, too, that Condoleezza Rice. She is probably the worst Secretary of State I've ever fucking seen.
But then again, did Madeleine Albright do anything? Did the broads ever get anything done?
You know something? I don't remember much of what Madeleine Albright did, but Condoleezza Rice, he's kind of right. She does a lot of traveling, but she's not even getting people to sit at a fucking table and have a dialogue. You know?
There's no worthless position.
Hank Kissinger, my friend. Let me tell you about Henry Kissinger. That was a good Secretary of State.
Yeah.
He knew how to work. They knew how to work like the bombing, and then they'd bring him in. And then he'd talk and go, hey, you into maybe chatting a little? And they go, no. So they pull him out, and they bomb the fuck out of him a little more, and then they pull him back. And he go, you want to talk? And they go, oh, okay.
He's still alive, right?
Oh, yeah. Saw him check into a hotel once.
We saw him at the hotel once. He was checking in.
Did he have security?
Yes, he had security, but he walked right past us.
He had to wait online, though.
Yeah.
And you think maybe he shouldn't have to wait
Henry
online.
Kissinger, let him go.
He did some things.
Does everybody know who he is?
Yeah. He still looks like Henry Kissinger, just like an older, little fatter in the face.
Should have got a picture with him.
He still look.
Hey, Hank!
Hey, Hank!
Yeah, that would have went well.
My Jew!
Kissinger, send in the Jews. Oh, boy. We got Alaska checking in. Oh, hi.
Alaska. I'll laugh at it.
They don't get XM in Alaska,
Of course
do
they don't. They don't get anything technological. It's all fucking lamp oil.
And
they burn whale blubber.
Whale blubber
and
oil.
Snow.
What do they do?
That's the snow. Blah! And they eat it. They don't even have fucking indoor toilets. They just shit into the snow and it melts. And they wonder why there's logs all over. It's just covered in whale blubber and scrimshaw and logs.
All right, Ryan. Good luck defending your fine. What is it? A state? Country?
State.
What is it? A province?
It's a state.
What the hell is it really?
Shouldn't be.
That's what I'm getting at.
My parents moved out. My parents moved up here from the States back in the 70s.
You're in Alaska now?
Yes.
Oh, wow. How are you listening to
I'm
us?
listening to you guys online.
Online. All right. What's the temperature in Alaska right now?
Yeah, really fucking cold. I mean, where we are right now, it's only it's like 20 below.
Exactly.
But that's with the wind chill.
20 minutes of daylight. It just stinks.
You get phone service in your igloo?
No, yes, exactly. We all live in igloos. We all have walruses outside of our house.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I know. That's why the place sucks.
No, that's not it at all. It's actually a beautiful place in the summertime.
In the
the summer lasts 2 weeks.
July.
No, the summer's a couple of months long. It gets nice and warm out here.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
We do have problems that everybody else doesn't have. We can't get, obviously, good comedy.
Isn't it nighttime right now?
Here?
Isn't it already dark?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a great fucking place.
It's 6:20 in the morning. Of course it's dark.
No, but it's going to be dark for till when? Fucking 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, it stays
It'll be
dark
for
there.
a while. It'll get lighter towards summertime, but once we hit summertime, it actually gets up into the 70s.
Oh,
That's as hot as it gets?
Hey, I hear you guys bitch all the time.
Anyone own a pool business up there?
Yeah, right.
Imagine, hey, I'm going to open a pool business in Alaska.
They have an
There
indoor
are
pool
pools
business?
up here. We've got plenty of indoor pools. We have no problem when we live up here.
Of course they do.
I teach at a local school. We've only got 500 kids. We've got great kids who do a really good job.
Eskimo
try
kids?
hard.
Are they all Eskimos?
When was the last time you heard about anybody coming into school with a spear gun? Nobody does that in
That's
Alaska.
because no one in Alaska is worth killing.
Are they all Eskimos?
Absolutely not. Actually, I don't even live in Alaska. You've been Frankis.
Oh, I knew he didn't.
Oh, I didn't know.
I kept the line of questioning going. I was going to say the guy doesn't sound authentic.
He got me. I actually didn't know.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well,
I had great kids.
I had to, perk up a little sooner.
Let's go to Cocksock.
I wasn't buying his story.
Cocksock.
Hey.
Hey, boys.
What's up?
I spent 5 years up in Alaska in the military, and I've got two things for you guys. I got a little racial slur for the Alaska natives. They are known as klooches, and just to reinforce the fact that they will be drunk at -10 in a snowbank in January or February, passed out.
Of course they will.
Unbelievable.
Klooches?
And, say again?
They're called klooches?
Yeah, klooches. Yeah, klooches. And another thing, the chicks up there, in the cities, there's assloads of chicks, but in the interior, it's a huge state, and if you put it over top of the U.S., it'll go from Mississippi River west and north-south. But in the cities, there's assloads of chicks, and they're all free, because Jimmy would love it. He would get his mule serviced every day. It's unfucking believable.
How would I get serviced?
I came from Oh, my God, it's ridiculous. I came from Ohio, and bitches up there want to get punched. They want to get beaten down. If you're somewhat nice gentleman, you can take them out and just fuck all day long.
Wait a minute now. What's a good place? What are some of the cities besides Juneau?
There's
Anchorage. Juneau's I've never even been to Juneau, but Anchorage, they have a bar there that's called Chilkoot Charlie's. Unfucking believable. I would go out and you were guaranteed to get some pussy every night.
Yeah, but by what though? Some fatso with a fucking big fat moon face?
With those big fucking Eskimo face.
And extra hair on their body.
Go into the bathroom, you got to stick your dick through a little fucking icy ice wall, glory hole.
The chicks up there are pretty athletic because a lot of them like to snowboard, ski, they might hunt and fish. There are some big old fucking Berthas up there, but for the majority, when it gets dark, the bitches get crazy and they wind up going out and tanning and stuff because some people have to go through light therapy and shit. So they're all tan, athletic. I mean, a majority of them are, the ones that go out. There is some eeky-weeky jobbers out there, but...
How big is Anchorage? How many people? There's 80 people in Anchorage.
There's like 500,000, but there's a couple suburbs there that plus it up. But the thing is, the people that go out is a small community. Like when I went out, you know, being in the military, I didn't really know a lot of civilians, but everybody knew my first name out there. And, you know, it was great. We had a ball. I mean,
what did you do wrong that you were stationed in fucking Alaska, dude?
Oh, actually, I went up there. I was a paratrooper up there. We got to jump out of the planes up there. It was nice.
All right, how about this? I'm going to get scheduled at a small theater in Anchorage. I want to go do comedy in Anchorage.
How do you think you'd do?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's do that. I think everybody would come out.
Well, they wouldn't. They wouldn't give a fuck. They'd be too drunk. Well, that was it tonight. We thought it was next week.
All right, thank you, cocksock. Yeah, we got another one coming in from Chris in Houston. Chris.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
When I was in training, I was stationed with two people from Alaska. One of them was an Eskimo. This motherfucker was an alcoholic, and he stunk like ass. The other guy, the white guy from Alaska, was just a dumb shit. Anyway, punch it out, boys.
All right, thanks for the info.
More Trump on Bush.
It's just very sad. I don't know if they're bad people. I don't know what's going on. I just know that they got us into a mess, the likes of which this country has probably never seen. It's one of the great catastrophes of all time. And perhaps even worse, the rest of the world hates us. You go throughout Europe. I travel. I do deals all over the world. The Europeans hate us. You go to Germany, you go to England, you go to places that, you know, we didn't have problems with. They all hate the Americans because of what's happened. We had a chance after September 11th to be the most popular, for the first time ever, to be the most popular nation on earth, and we blew it. Everybody, for the first time, people felt sympathy. I'm not saying it's a great thing to have sympathy in terms of yourself, but for the first time they felt a sympathy and a love for this country because of what happened. And we blew it.
Yeah, he raises a great point there. But about Europe hating us, let's be honest, the fucking Soviets falling contributed to the European little man complex, and I don't want to fucking hear it. They didn't hate us when they were worried about the Russians. They didn't fucking hate us when we were keeping communism away from them.
We were the only ones that were keeping them from storming into fucking all of Europe and just pulling an Adolf on all of them.
Yes, so you're not right about that, but he raised a great point, man. We could have been, but was like 90% or 80% popular.
You're right. You're right. But here's another thing: what would we do? What would have been the follow-up to 9/11 to keep that love from all the other countries and our own country as fucking not forgotten about 9/11, but really kind of not as loving to each other as we were back 5 years ago or so. So I think that would have worn off anyway. No matter what we did, the sympathy that we had for 9/11 from the rest of the world would have worn off a lot sooner than it did with our own people. And what would have been the that was weird. My volume keeps going up for no reason. What would have been the thing to do to make the world keep liking us after 9/11?
Well, Afghanistan was originally the
worked.
place, but we were fucking hearing grumblings as soon as we started with Afghanistan.
Yeah.
You can't go to Afghanistan. He said, believe me, the left was piping up about that. They forget that. And now that Iraq is such a disaster, they go, well, we didn't, Afghanistan was the target. It's like, you motherfuckers, when Afghanistan was the target, you complained about that.
Yeah.
You can't win.
No.
I say we just kill all non-whites.
Oh, boy. Jimmy, we're not in the office.
Yeah.
We're on the air.
Oh, boy, let's say hi to Tim in Middletown. Tim.
Middletown.
I just think that you guys showing your ignorance on this, and it's...
Hold on, Tim. Let's go slow.
You have, the ability to speak to a lot of people.
We certainly do, Tim. Slow down a bit, 1 point at a time.
All right, the first point I want to make is...
Of course. No one from Middletown has anything smart to say. Shut up.
Just makes sense in that situation.
Yeah, yes, sure. We should have Frankist.
Trump on Bush, some more.
And Saddam Hussein will be a nice person compared to the man, and it will be a man, it will not be a woman. That we understand. People say, oh, gee, you didn't give the women a chance. It will be a man. Compared to the person that takes over for Saddam Hussein, he will be considered a nice person. This guy will be the meanest, the worst guy, and he'll have one thing. He will hate America, and he'll use that to flame.
Shut up.
You talking about the guy that runs Iraq? What?
What?
Is that what he's talking about? Oh, okay. Yeah, well... I think it ends up we get some guy in there kind of likes the U.S. For 5 minutes. The second we move our troops out,
then he does his
there's
own
a
thing.
big coup. There's a civil war, and then some extremist gets in there, and it's just like Iran was with Shah and the Ayatollah.
Listen,
thank you.
Whoever gets in, they're going to want a relationship with the U.S. Even that Iranian silly goose wants to talk to the U.S. They all want to talk to us. So why don't you just cut the malarkey?
Yeah. But unless there's a religious extremist that gets in there,
even they
which they all are fucking over there.
Let's say hi to Jerry in Philly. Jerry?
Hey, boys, how you doing?
All right, Jerry.
Donald Trump has a lot of credibility. Last Monday night, he was in the ring with Vince McMahon signing some stupid contract. He had a big Samoan guy with his face painted around him.
Yeah, once you end up in a wrestling ring doing that shit, you pretty much lose all credibility. Yeah, Donald is really pushing.
He's everywhere.
He is pushing to publicize his show that's not doing well.
And finally, the last bit, Trump on Bush.
Everything in Washington has been a lie. Weapons of mass destruction was a total lie. It was a way of attacking Iraq, which he thought was going to be easy, and it turned out to be the exact opposite of easy. He reads 60 books a year. He reads a book a week. Do you think the president reads a book a week? I don't think so. He doesn't watch television. Now, one thing I know is that when I'm on television, I watch, or I try. Because you do. Your own ego says, let's watch. Let's see. Whether it's good or bad, you want to watch, right? He doesn't watch television. So he's on television being interviewed by you or somebody else. He doesn't watch. Does anybody really believe that? Now they're doing this whole scandal with the U.S. attorneys. Now they're finding emails. And it's proven to be a lie. Everything's a lie. It's all a big lie.
Well, the Donald's got stuff to say.
Those are very challenging observations, Randall.
Yes. The guy's fucking saying shit that people have been saying for a year at least. Like everybody's been saying for a year. The hell's he thinking he's breaking some new ground there?
I think the next guy will be better.
Yeah, as far as Bush is concerned, yeah.
Yes, I do.
And I'm right with you as far as the president, really one, the other. What's the big difference? But with this motherfucker in there, oh my God. Oof.
I want to see Barack Obama win.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Why not? What better time for I don't want Hillary. I don't think he's a phony. I don't think he's a phony.
I don't either.
I'm going to go completely. I want a Democrat. Enough. The Republicans had a shot, and this is where we are. So let the Democrats have a shot.
That will
now put us in 1979 with the Chevron crisis.
Here's my observation on the Barack Obama situation. We'll bring more racial tension to this country.
So what?
Not ready for it.
Yeah, we are.
No.
Why not?
You are.
I think, you know who made a good
American.
point? Stupid Adam Carolla. I was listening to his show. He made a very funny point about how they should vote for Hillary, blacks. He goes, because you're much better off with a guilty white lady than you are with a black guy who's going to tell you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I was like, God damn it, that's a great point.
Hey, look what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put myself in this position.
Go with the guilty white lady.
Yeah, she'll give you everything.
She is a guilty white lady. Fucking ugly puppet face. Anthony Hopkins should be fisting her asshole, making her talk. What do you think, Fats? I'm a Yankee fan. I'm a Mets fan.
Fats.
On this day, prescribed by law and marked by ceremony, we are led to one conclusion.
This place
just blows.
You're being harsh.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, getting ready for line of the day.
Got a little park there, you walk around. It's nice.
Sponsored by BowDogFight.com. I don't know what this guy's talking about, but it seems like it could be good for the show. Oh, I'm pointing to nobody.
Well, Than's out there dicking around. Here he is.
Than's working his balls.
Than's dicking around.
This might be something worth it for the show, I guess. Okay. Guys, when you're sending in some feedback like, I am seriously fucking crying with laughter over here with this video, you give the link, which is nice, but why don't you describe the video a little bit?
I know.
Yeah.
It's just like numbers and stuff is the link, so it doesn't mean anything to us.
Oof.
But it looks like this guy's enjoying a video on YouTube right now. He thinks we should all enjoy it. All right. Earlier, MacBook karaoke was a huge success.
Oh, it certainly was.
We found Ariana, and we found out that her brother, I guess, is a big fan of the show, and he was the one that actually recorded her because she's a dummy when it comes to this stuff. Well, she said it herself.
Computer dummy.
So it was so good this morning that we got a hold of them, and the brother, who's the big fan of the show, isolated her vocal track.
Yeah, he's got just her vocals, so it's no background music or Whitney singing, so it's just her.
This could be the one that just gets stuck in everyone's head.
So bad.
This is our new annoying clip to just play a lot. Listen to this.
And I will always love you.
Not bad.
I love you. I'll always love you.
Holy fuck. How great is that, man? Wow.
There had to be people's dogs just going nuts in their house.
Save that for tomorrow. We're playing that a couple more times.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. See? I knew it.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. John in Tennessee. John.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
A little while ago when y'all did this, I had to pull over and put him in the back, and I thought I was safe, and I got him back up here, and damn if y'all didn't do it again.
Your dog is going nuts?
Nuts. Just running back and forth, and it's driving him crazy. Quit this shit. It's horrible.
All right, thank you. Let's say hi to Sean in Alabama. Alabama, Mo.
Alabama, Mo.
Sean.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Sean.
Hey, man, I didn't get to catch your show Friday. I got to catch the replay.
Yeah.
But I was wanting to comment on one of the amputee stories.
Yeah.
My grandfather, man, back in the day, about, I don't know, I'm 31 years old now. It was back when I was about 14. He had arthritis in his fingers real bad. And his pinky, man, he couldn't bend it at all. And he kept joking around saying he's going to get cut off. Well, about 2 weeks, I went on vacation. With my father to him, and I come back. I noticed he had a bandage on there, man. And I said, "What happened to your hand?" And he held it up, and his pinky was gone. I said, "What'd you do?" And I thought he went to the doctor. He took a goddamn butcher knife and sharpened the hell out of it. Took the handles off of it, made a little guillotine and everything, and stuck his hand in there, tied his arm off with a tube and all this shit, and stuck his finger in there, man, and took a mini sledgehammer, and hit the blade and popped his own finger off. And top it off, he stuck his hand down in a bowl of alcohol afterwards, and then sewed it up one-handed with it was plain on needle and thread. And he still got his finger in the freezer and sealed up in a bunch of jars and bags in the freezer. Is gonna get it up.
That's a hell of a story. Hey, how's the CD selling?
How's what?
The CD, it's not selling as well as they thought it would.
What CD?
Being the winner of American Idol and all, CD sales are way down for your CD.
I ain't no goddamn American Idol.
I thought we were talking to Taylor Hicks.
No.
What?
Oh, man. Who'd you say?
This is Taylor Hicks.
I ain't no goddamn Taylor Hicks.
What?
I ain't Taylor Hicks, hell.
You sound like Taylor Hicks, and they told us that Taylor Hicks is calling today.
Hell.
And you got a question for Taylor Hicks?
Yeah, did you dye your hair?
Yeah, is it still gray?
No, I shaved it.
Taylor, you shaved your hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you got rid of the gray.
That's it.
There's it.
Jimmy, you got a question for Taylor Hicks?
Yeah, do you feel that a lot of today's music is being influenced, would you say, from a place that's different from where yours was influenced from?
Oh, that's a good question for Taylor. Taylor?
Say it one more time there.
Exactly.
Like, who do you... How about we leave you with this? Who do you think is going to win American Idol this year, considering you won it last year? Who do you think is going to win?
Whatever that dude's name with the fucked up name, man. I can't even remember his name. With the fucked up hairdo.
Pete Johnson?
I'm just kidding, man. I don't even watch this shit, man.
Hey, goddamn.
All right. Thank you, Taylor.
I heard the Japanese, the Yakuza, I think they're called the Japanese Mafia. There's some where they make you cut a piece of your pinky off, and it prevents police infiltration.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to have a piece of your pinky.
But some of the police then cut off their pinkies to trick them a little bit.
So. Maybe. I'm sure that can happen. But
a couple took one for the team.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was important.
All
right, BowDogFight.com sponsors Line of the Day.
So much.
Ow.
This is going to be our first minus show in a long time. We're heading out early. No bonus show today. Matter of fact, you don't even get a full show today.
That's right.
Line of the Day.
Brought to you by BowDogFight.com. Tune into Ion TV Tuesdays and Saturdays for episodes of Bow Dog Fights for all the mixed martial arts action you could want. Check out BowDogFight.com. Here's the first runner-up line of the day.
Picture your sister. Picture her laying on her back.
Sure.
And her head's hanging over the bed, and you're fucking her, and she goes, and you're fucking her throat, and you're fucking her throat. And she says, I'm going to tell Mom. This is just gross.
And she leans over and tells Mom.
That's fine.
Get a nice
Paul!
up.
They can stay for a minute. We got to sign some things for them. All right. And thanks to BowDogFight.com, here is today's line of the day.
Here comes the line of the day, line of the day.
That was line of the day.
All right.
So we were hoping a little more from that segment, but there you go. If you don't know what that is, listen to the replay today. All right, I guess that's it, unless we have a girl on the line that wants to shit in a bag and throw it against a window. Well, why don't we wait for 1 second? The show continues if we find a girl that will shit in a bag and throw it against a window. We haven't had one in a while.
It has to be, and it has to be, here's the stipulation, it has to be a liquidy shit in a gauze bag.
Gauze. Like, burlap or something.
Yeah, so it's got a little porous.
We either get a girl to shit in a bag and throw it against a window, or we're going home. How much time do you want to give them?
10 seconds.
Oh. Huh?
6 hours and 10 seconds.
We'll go to 12 here. We got 25 seconds. Oh, you better call right away. 20.
Sorry, just singing.
Will a girl save the show? Or are we going home early today? All right, I guess that's it, huh? All right. This is it. Looking for one girl to keep the show going today. One girl to take one for the team and shit in a bag and throw it against a window. Going once. Going twice. Who's this?
This is Phil. Tell him to play the whole clips.
The whole clip? Why?
Why not?
You liked it? Do we have Post thing? It's going to be hard to find? All right, 1 minute. All right, we'll leave you with Post singing When Doves Cry. All right, we could do that.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Stop whining. Stop whining.
I guess we're not getting a girl to shit in a bag today.
No. How about this? I'll have one do it in my mouth and I'll spit it into a bag and we'll all laugh.
All right.
We'll frolic in it like Eskimos.
What sound do they make? How is that?
We're just stalling. I guess the girls aren't brave today. They're not feeling silly today.
I got to go home and make a bank deposit.
Yeah, we got things to do today. So thanks for listening, guys. We greatly appreciate it. And once again, thanks to everyone that was partying with us at FH Riley's. You missed a great time.
Believe me, I wish I didn't.
Next time you'll be there.
I hope so.
But it was a lot of fun. A lot of familiar faces and some new faces. It was cool. All right, we leave you with Poe singing this little What? What happened? Now?
Yeah.
No girls calling, so I guess that's it. Oh, well. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, here you go, Poe.
It was exactly 30 seconds.
What's that?
I'm stunned.
We should,
All right, here we go. And, Poe, you can hear the music? Yes.
Yes, I can.
All right, there's the music. We could all hear it. And, ladies and gentlemen, it's Master Poe doing Prince.
Dig, if you will, my picture. If you and I engaged in a kiss, the sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling, can you picture? Dream if you dance in a courtyard and oceans and violets in bloom. Animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between me and you. Alone in the world is so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Ooh. Ooh. Touch, if you will, my stomach. Feel how it trembles inside. You got the butterflies all tied up. Don't let me chase you. Even doves have pride. Alone in the world is so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Wow.
How can you just leave me standing? Alone in a world is so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. When doves cry. When doves cry.
Master Poe, everyone, getting rave reviews on the Instant Well, we got some audio from the Tonight Show appearance.
Opie and Anthony.
It's great.
They're like the hottest guys on radio.
Wow, that's really nice.
Really nice. Opie and Anthony Show on XM Satellite Radio.
It starts with an O&A plug before headlines.
Opie and Anthony Show on XM Radio.
Very nice.
Tested. Leno approved.
They plugged us like 3 times last night on the show.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
The hottest show there is. Hottest show there is.
Line of the Day is brought to you by Bodog. If you'd like to vote on any of the weekly show polls, go to iliketolisten.com.